guys, OG Merpe here with you. I'm playing Tuesday Night D&D. This is my home game. These are the guys who I played my first ever D&D game with. They're some of my longtime friends. We're very comfortable with one another. So a little bit of a warning up front there. This is like super casual. This is not a PC game. We're just playing D&D the way we would in somebody's fucking house. So uh, let's get to it. We're gonna do some recap. Let's play some D&D.
And even that,
All right, I'm back. I'm live.
So I got
Uh,
so I went in to go and sign my contract. I got a call from the principal. Hey, welcome. We wanted to give you a call, welcome you, general niceties, information stuff, and then hey, we're doing a lesson planning thing on this day. Um, so I can sign up for that, which I did. And then I asked about the keys to my classroom because this was way back when I signed my contract, like a couple weeks ago.
Joe.
And he goes,
Joe.
yes.
Let's play D&D.
Oh, I'm sorry. He has the question. I'm sorry. You're right. Let's absolutely play D&D.
Cool. Thanks. Welcome back, guys. We're gonna. I see Aaron's not even in this fucking chair. Maybe I shouldn't have cut you off, Joe. But let's do recap. Last time on Dragon Ball Z, you guys had actually. Does one of you guys want to take the recap?
Sure. So yeah, we were last time on Dragon Ball Z, from my understanding. We came back, and the town was under attack by the big acid dragon guy. Not good. We were in the tavern. We tried to help some people out whenever the orc came in. Was it something with an F? What was his name again? Bardock came in saying that the Duke is getting attacked, and he needs help and things like that. We ran over there. I believe is it Professor Struve, or is he Dutch in this one?
He's Arthur in this one.
Arthur went and raided the armory. Arthur
and him and
Reed and Arthur raided the armory.
I think a Tesk was there. Yeah.
Oh, and a Tesk went there and raided the armory. They got some plate armor, and some things that show off the sigil of the town. And the rest of us went inside, where we found that the Lord was already crushed. We tried to rejuvenate him, but when you rejuvenate a man who is being actively crushed, he just goes back to being crushed.
Go figure.
Go figure. Yeah, go figure. And a strength check would just not work. And he eventually died, which we then started looting him, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then we went, out the back door, and I also grabbed a special shield from him, who now Reed has. With a bunch of runes and different things on there. I also have a masterwork tailoring kit, which is pretty cool as well. And we went out the back, went out into the swamp, where we saw the dragon just going nuts, destroying the town. And we had a little bit of a kerfuffle on where we should go. I then was able to then summon mounts, which then allowed us to skedaddle out of there. And we made it about halfway up, when we found a nice little cove to do a camp in. We took turns going around. Some of my summons were able to find camps further up the mountain, and we heard people going along the road, but overall it was pretty uneventful. We then started to go up the road again when we heard some screaming. Simone mentioned that there was a camp over there. We went all the way up there, and there was a trail of blood, which I can't remember. Simone then went up there. I then got something thrown at me, and I didn't like that, so I went down. Yeah, I went back down with Monzo, who was cooking breakfast, and I tried to eat his food. Even though I gave him a ration already, he wouldn't let me have any of his food. And there is where I waited, and I remember Atesk went to the edge of the mountain and messaged me saying, "Hey, come up here." I told him, "No puto," and I believe that's where we left off at, is where half of the party was up on the mountain near the campsite, and the other half was near the horses and by the fire.
Reed did hear a voice in his head asking for help, and then we never found anybody.
Yeah.
Well, you just stopped following the trail of blood because it was just the three of you, and the other four of you were back at the camp, was my understanding.
Yes.
And then you guys failed to mention Gregor. Tell me about that guy.
Oh shit.
That's the guard that came with us.
Oh yeah.
And he split because he didn't want breakfast, I guess. And wanted to hoof it on his own. So it's a free country.
Oh, yeah.
Free
Didn't we
territory.
find out that he was down the road further than we were when we decided not to go get him? I thought we
believe so.
decided to not.
I believe we decided to not go and get him.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And but we did, however, my summoned bats did find him though running along the higher end of the road. Sorry, it's not on the road. It's like
It's like parallel, like
above
the roads.
road.
Yeah.
And he was running along the same path.
Yeah.
So we were just like, whatever. If he doesn't want to be around us, then we're not going to force him to be.
Yeah.
And I believe that's where we're at. We left off at.
Yeah, and you guys were, continuing like your morning. This was the first, thing you did basically was checking out this campsite and stuff. And you guys are on the road to Edgetown traveling. I'm going to just kind of cinematic us here for a minute. So you guys leave in the late evening, and it's too early for people to be giving up the travel day entirely. But if you had an elderly person with you, you might stop now for the night. On your mounts, you start quickly overpassing other refugees. Walking from, and you can tell that they're refugees because their clothes are stained with the smells and the colors of the swamp. And even in the low light that these twilight hours are offering you, you can smell the familiar smell on these folks.
Is there a possibility where I can do a perception to see if I identify any of these refugees as we walk past? Like, for example, the half elf from the tavern.
That I will just give you because she's literally the only half elf. So if you're just keeping
Okay.
an eye out for her,
I definitely am because I'm half elf as well.
Right.
So
right.
yeah.
And most of the people of Irigan, there's not, you don't pass that many refugees. I'd say, within the couple hours after, your incident with the blood trail, you only pass a half a dozen, maybe a dozen people total, and they're traveling in, a pair here, a group of three maybe, and they're camping, near the road and down, away from the mountains as much as possible. As you, I want to remind you guys that there is a regional map here of the area. And so this is the path that you guys are walking from Irigan to Edgetown. So it's semi-mountainous and there are some hills and things. But before too long, you get to the edge of the Stillwater Basin where the water comes up very near the road, and you can see that there's a large area for a campsite here, and you see 3 or 4 makeshift tents pitched and the beginnings of campfires and things. But I believe Arthur among you has the highest passive perception, and he, as this just barely comes into view, still 500 feet or more out, he kind of looks and says, "Oh, there's appears to be more campers," and he just squints and you see him looking towards the water, and he says, "But everyone's standing near the water." And from this distance, you can all see an iridescent glow over the water. They look reminiscent of the northern lights, but just a point of light that just softly changes from a dim green to a soft blue to a purple. And as you guys make your way closer, you can begin to make out the individual silhouettes of 6 or 7 people who appear to be standing by the edge of the water. The road that you are on will, if you continue on it, will bring you to within 50, 60 feet or so. But you guys still have, that tenth of a mile or so to cover. You are just barely, coming into the side of the water. You can just start to smell the increased humidity of a large body of water being nearby.
Gotcha.
And Arthur has just pointed at this point of light, and everyone's standing by the water. It's probably 11 o'clock, midnight perhaps. And for you guys, that's only 4 or 5 hours after you woke up.
Yeah.
And I think Arthur is here with us.
Yeah, and he is.
Hey,
Oh, there you go.
Oh, hey. What's up, Stover?
Arthur, how much
Howdy.
of that did you catch?
just what you said about the water. I'm eating dinner, but I am here.
Okay, then super briefly again for you. Welcome back. You have the highest passive perception of the group, and so as your group was making their way along this road a few hours into your travel day, after passing a few campsites of different refugees from Irigan, you saw, this large lake comes into view, and you can smell the increased humidity, and there's a point of light just glimmering softly, different colors, and as you guys make your way closer, you're still about 500 feet or so, a tenth of a mile easily from this. You can just see them, but you swear you can see individual silhouettes just standing by the water, and you brought this to the attention of your party, and you guys are on this road about 4 hours into your travel day, and you've easily got half a travel day left to go.
I'm gonna be like, hold on real quick, and I'm gonna try to stop everyone.
Where are we stopping?
What is it?
I'm gonna be like, did you hear what Arthur said? And then I kind of I point my head like this. I'm like using my head to kind of point towards the water. I'm all, the fuck's going on over there, huh?
I mean,
I
we
don't
could
know
all
if
do perception checks, but
Send a fucking bat.
Hey fool, I'm not like a little carnival boy. Like do whatever you want, throw peanuts at me and shit. You know what I mean?
You can throw peanuts at me.
could we throw something else at you?
Listen, that's not what I'm trying to say here, right? What I'm trying to say is that look, there's like a bunch of putos down there, like around the water. It's like hella colorful and shit. Like, should we go check it out?
Why would we want to go check it out?
Yeah, what are we gonna do about that?
I don't know.
Aren't we trying to get
haven't
outta
you seen
here?
all
Like-
these refugees? Like, what if it's like something going on over there? Like, what if they're like making something? Like maybe we know them. Shit.
Can I
Arthur's
squint
going
and
to just
do-
light up his pipe. He in frustration.
Can I squint and do a perception check from this distance?
You can. It will be the only perception check you get on this object, so if you choose to take it now, you can't take one later when you're closer.
That's fine. My character's not very smart.
Cool, go for it.
Arthur's fiddling with his matches, trying to
just
get
like
his,
in real
his
life.
tobacco.
Oh, there we go.
27.
As you look, you do see the individual silhouettes, and you can make out not necessarily how many of them there are, but that they do appear to be more or less like standing in a row. And then on top of that, you can catch the light reflecting off of the water, and this place is called the Stillwater Basin. And despite that, you see subtle ripples in the water. But you're not sure if that's because these people are standing, ankle deep in the water, or if they're standing, 10 feet back from the water. You're much too far back to have that precise distance.
Somebody should check it out.
Are you volunteering?
All right, I'll go.
Let's all go.
All right, I'm just gonna I'm gonna do like a hip hip like on my horse and just start heading over there.
Oh, we're supposed to.
I'll follow down.
Just so you guys, so you know where DM, Will is not summoned right now.
Okay, that's great. Thank
Okay.
And Stover. I'm sorry. Before we go too much farther, I want you to know that we're going to have a slight alteration to combat rules for gunslingers. We've been doing a little bit of research, and you took a feat for rapid reload, which will allow you to reload your weapon quickly. But that speed is not like bonus. It is at the speed of movement. So your first shot will always be loaded. You can always move into position and take your first shot. After you've taken your first shot, you will need to use a movement action to reload that weapon, especially because now you have a two-handed musket and not a one-handed pistol.
Technically, he has both. So
I guess that's
for the
true.
sake of
I guess
for the
that's true.
combat, could he just do a New York reload and just use the pistol after using the musket?
That I mean, a change of weapon is usually also a movement action, I believe. But
I
Arthur,
think he would need quick draw.
about to say Arthur has some experience, some military experience. He has some handgun experience. We'll try it on a swift draw bonus action basis, and if it's a balancing issue, then we will change that, and I will just let you know that under no circumstances will you be able to fire both of your weapons in the same round.
Got it.
Okay, great. Then. Great. I'm sorry. I hate to break the immersion with all of that, but it sounded like a few of you at least were beginning the process of heading towards this strange coloration on the water.
100%.
Oh yeah.
I am going. I think Monzo's going.
Yeah. Is anybody specifically staying behind?
No, I am.
I'm gonna kind of. I'm not necessarily gonna stay behind, but I'm just gonna kind of after everybody leaves, I'm gonna slowly walk kind of behind them.
So you're gonna
Probably
trail at a
5 to 10
distance.
feet. Yeah,
Okay. I'm sorry. How far?
Gonna linger.
about 5 to 10 feet.
Okay. Perfect. And who's approaching the basin from the front? I heard Simone say it. Let's go check
I
it
will
out.
go. Yeah, I will definitely go first.
Great.
Yeah, Arthur's going.
So, like I
Oh,
said,
yeah.
if you stay on the road, it will naturally bring you within 50, 60 feet or so of the water. And as you guys make your way,
I would imagine since it's going towards a river, it's going to slope down, right?
yes.
So I'm going to take my horses on it, and I'm going to, I'm going to take my horses down to the river. My horse down to the river.
Okay. How far? Like right exactly where the point of light is? Or are you gonna go? Farther?
I'm gonna ride down to where the point of light is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then you guys are here again. Okay, the bag is on the point on the road which you guys are entering from. And as you guys get closer,
I'm just gonna put Will on my little desk right here.
that's fair, yeah. I do not have like specific.
Monzo's way too skinny for how you described him here.
Find a good replacement. But,
Is that to scale for Will? Or is he smaller?
These are 5-foot squares, so your character should fit comfortably within one. Will does have a reach of 10 feet.
Yeah.
So he, in theory, could be a little bit bigger.
I don't have permission to scale, apparently.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
I don't know what's the deal with me and your game. Your game doesn't like me.
I know. We're gonna have to do some off-stream like figuring out of that shit.
Yeah.
Because I am not really that crazy about it either, obviously. Okay. So.
There's some big ladies.
Yeah.
It's like from that Resident Evil lady.
Yeah. Well, I think the other people are too small, is what it is.
No, I know.
Whoa!
I know.
We're losing one. It's flying away. Okay.
All right, so we're just gonna pretend that we're on horses, essentially.
Right. Yeah, that's
Okay.
the idea. You guys are on your horse mounts, and as you guys get within this comfortable distance, without needing any kind of perception check, you can see that source of light is about a 10-foot orb that is, swirling and, subtly changing different iridescent colors. You can see that these individuals look like, they are likely, more refugees from Irrigan. But something's not quite right about them. Their skin seems to reflect too much light, and the water has an unnatural movement.
Can I make out
With them?
somebody's silhouette over here? What? I want to do like a detect evil, but I have to have sight of the target, but I don't know if I have to have like full sight or if I just have to be able to make them out.
Do a perception check, and I will tell you what you see.
You get a 1.
I know.
You can add his perception modifier.
Oh, okay.
That was what the fuck? Where are my points all fucked up?
I don't know,
That's
man.
a 15.
That's 15 final. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. You are a human, so you just have the light of the iridescent sphere. You can make out 6 individual figures, all standing neatly in a line, about 5 feet off of the water, and they're just staring at this point of light, which is I think I actually have which is in front of the 2 in the middle, right? They're exactly centered on it. And 2 of these 6 humans, their skin is translucent. You can see every vein and every muscle in their arms and their faces, and where the dress is torn away from one of the ladies on her back, you can see like different muscles and bones, and and she's shuddered. Both of these individuals are shuddering. But the thing that's most striking to you are the different tendrils coming out of the water, easily 10 feet long, maybe more, which are wrapped around these 2 individuals that have these translucent skin. And as you're staring, they both fall flat and disappear into the water.
They get pulled into the water.
Yep.
Okay, I just want to make sure. So, all 6 of them.
No, the two that the tendrils are wrapped around.
Okay.
But you don't see any figures other than the silhouettes and the tendrils.
Okay. I'm assuming everybody saw the rapid pulling of the other 2 people in. Do I need to relay that?
Anybody who's looking,
Okay.
I was definitely looking in that direction.
Yeah. Holy shit, that's crazy. Can I do
Very paladin-like.
Can I do detect evil on some of these guys?
On
one of them?
You've got time to do it on one, yeah.
Okay.
And for clarification, you would absolutely be able to do that on one of the 2 remaining tendrils, which are still coming out of the water.
Oh, okay. If there's still tendrils, I'm going to do it on the tendril.
Great. Love it.
You can, as a move action, concentrate. So you studied it for 3 rounds. It just says you can. Yeah. Do I need to roll for that?
No, you don't. I believe I just initially.
It's like detect magic.
Right. Initially, you just are detecting alignment.
Yeah.
And this is a lawfully evil creature, distinctly. And
I would know that it's lawfully evil. Like I could tell people that it's lawfully evil.
I mean, you could tell them
Or just
that
say it's evil.
they may not understand that. That's paladin talk. They may not know what that means. But yeah, you could tell them that.
Okay. We're dealing with a lawfully evil creature here. He will abide by the rules to, I don't know, bend things to his way. Shit, I don't know. I'm a bad paladin. Fuck.
I'm gonna be like, what? That's like religious talk. I don't talk no religious shit. Are you telling me,
dude?
Hey,
Oh.
I don't know. I think it's a little weird. You keep mentioning your age. Like it's kind of freaking me out a little bit.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So
It's okay. It's okay. We're here to help you, fool.
We just escaped a dragon, and now we're gonna fight. You want us to
Whoa,
save these
whoa,
people
whoa,
from this
hold on,
monster
fool.
tentacle monster?
You said that he's gonna bend like rules and shit, right? Like, can we like talk to him?
We could
Can
try.
you talk to him?
We could
You talk
try,
to
but
Squid?
Do I talk to Squid? Absolutely not. But we just saw him pull 2 people in.
Were they
wanna get pulled
screaming?
in?
I didn't hear any screams.
I didn't hear them scream. I've never seen anybody like this before. They are like I can see through their bodies.
I've never seen anything like this in my life, and frankly, I don't want any part of it.
Okay, so for clarification, Joe, you saw the 2 that were translucent because you were
Uh-huh.
looking, and those
Yeah,
2
I
are
did
the 2
not.
that got
Yeah.
pulled.
Oh,
The 4 that are
these
standing,
ones.
the 4
I
that are
see, I'm
standing
sorry.
still just look like regular people staring at balls of light.
I see. I'm sorry. The 2 people that the tendrils pulled in, I've never seen anything like it. They just I could see through their skin.
Can I yell something?
You can, yeah, instantly, whatever you want.
Because it's only 60 feet. I'm gonna say, "Hey, how's it going down there?"
And nobody moves. And the 2 tendrils that were out slither back down into the water.
You scared it. Look what
Here
you
you
did.
go. Problem solved.
Is the color ball still in there?
Yes, color ball is still in play.
Can I detect magic on it from where I'm at?
It depends on the range of detect magic, but it
I think
qualifies
it's 60
for
feet.
sure.
I think it's 60 feet.
Uh,
But I can move forward if you need me to.
So it
Free
would
5-foot
be.
step.
It would be. Yeah, I mean, you guys aren't in combat. It's not a big deal.
It's 60 feet.
Okay.
It's here. Here.
Gotcha.
So.
And so it's only like a
Yeah,
10-foot
You're,
wide
you're
ball.
exactly right. Yeah, it's like a 10-foot wide like sphere of light, like swirling and subtly changing. And before you roll your detect magic, though, I need you to roll a will save.
Ooh. Will's not out yet. I told you.
When he's done, I would like to do so.
Okay. What would you like to do? You can just tell me right now while he's rolling.
I want to cast message on the remaining people over there.
7.
You will not have the opportunity to cast detect magic. You dispel your spell. Everybody falls off their horses, and you start walking towards the light. And you guys see as your horses disappear underneath you, Simone just starts slowly marching towards the sphere of light. Tyler, a Tesk is simultaneously casting message on one of these dudes. What is he saying?
Hey guys, why don't you come over here really quick? I got something I want to ask you.
Hey, Simone.
And then I want to walk up and whack Simone in the back of the head with my
Dick.
no.
Hell yeah.
No, definitely not. With the back of one of my crossbow bolts.
The back of one of your crossbow bolts.
It's the best I.
So you're gonna
Like you're slapping him with it?
Like I don't
Is
want
it-
him
no,
to
he's going
hurt.
like this, like, bop,
I just
like
want to
that.
go bap, like the back of his head.
Okay.
So like, kind of my. I would have an intuition as to what might be happening at this moment in time. I feel like my character would have be able to put at least 2 and 2 together.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely.
So I want to try and like snap him out of whatever just happened.
You just fell off your horse and you're flat on the ground. So you're You're gonna need to stand up and get over there to go do that. Because
that's what I want to do.
You just
I wanna
did
start
3
that
messages, while you were on horseback, and then you were done with your messages and you fell off your
I
horse.
can do like 3 messages all at once, right? I just have to point at each person, so I go like.
Okay.
I don't know. But yeah, whatever. That's what I want to do. You tell me in the time that happens. If somebody else can do something in response or whatever.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, I'm going to open the floor here. You guys all fall off your horses. Tyler, should be a Tesk, shoots up and starts running after Simone, who is just walking slowly towards the sphere of light. We're doing snapshots here.
Mm-hmm.
I
I have no control right now, so
Right.
I can't do much.
Did he not respond to?
No,
Simone?
didn't say anything. No.
I'm gonna go run up and I'm going to grab him.
Okay, you
Try
also
and-
fell off your horse and are
Right.
standing up. So you and
Correct.
Tesk will meet him at roughly the same time. Does anybody
Okay.
want to call out or say anything?
It's a trap.
I don't think you guys should look at that ball. Just gonna say that loud enough for the people around me to hear as I'm like running by.
Great, love it.
Trying to.
I hear somebody muttering to themselves. Reed, are you trying to do a thing?
I'm reading stuff to see if there's anything I can do. I don't think like lay on hands or anything would help here.
Can I throw something at him?
Sure. Make a improvised weapon attack.
Okay.
Non-lethal damage.
Do damage to me.
I'm putting a bar of soap.
A bar of soap. Love it.
What's
I
the
think it's just
modifier?
your bab, your ranged bab.
-4 for improvised
Right.
weapon. Ranged bab -4.
Yeah. Plus
9.
your.
A 9 will miss. Because I'm sure that Simone's AC is higher than 9.
My AC is 16.
Yeah. So even what's your out of curiosity, what's your flat-footed AC?
Flat-footed AC is 13.
Yeah. So even with him having his back turned to you and not paying attention, a 9 will miss him. So you guys do catch up to him when he's about like 15 feet away from the closest person standing, and Reed and Atesk both hit Simone. Or Reed, what did you want? You wanted to tackle him? What were you doing?
I'm gonna grab him and shake him and be like, hey, step out of it.
That'll trump what I'll do. So.
Okay.
You guys just gonna beat me and tackle me?
And
I
as
love it.
That's not what I'm
No,
doing.
that's
I'm
great.
grabbing you
No,
and
I
shaking
love
you.
it. No, do what you're gonna do, please.
If
Don't
that
let me
doesn't work,
influence you
I might
guys.
lay on top of you.
I just imagine
I'm gonna-
like grabbing me and A-Test coming up, bat me in the head.
I know
I
he's
think
hitting
you
you with
gotta-
a bolt
I think you gotta
while
hit him
Reed's
to
just
wake him
shaking
up.
the shit out of you.
I gotta hit him.
I think you're gonna have to hit him to wake him up.
I trust the test's opinion. I'm just gonna punch him in the face just as hard as I can.
Yeah.
Oh fuck!
Not that hard.
Just roll an unarmed damage. Don't even roll to hit. He's right in front of you. He's not resisting.
Okay.
Just roll an unarmed damage.
What
strike.
is unarmed damage for me?
That's just your base bab. It should be, from my
Yeah,
understanding, right?
It's probably like a D6 plus something.
Unarmed.
Yeah, it's your melee total.
1d3
Oh,
plus
sorry.
5. 1d3 plus 5.
Oh,
Yeah,
because
it's
you're
your strength.
strong. Well, roll a
Yeah,
D4.
you're-
That's all you got.
Yeah.
Oof.
Oh.
Max damage.
But he
9
could.
damage.
In theory, it's only a D3, so it would have been 8 damage. No,
yeah.
actually, it would have been 3 plus 5. Yeah, it would have been 8 damage. So
Yeah.
So 8 non-lethal
You
damage.
can do what you will.
What? And I'm assuming your total HP is more than 16.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. You are fine, and you come to clock as Reed just like fucking with his glaive hand just clocks you right in the fucking face, and you just
okay,
like
so-
you can feel one of your teeth is loose now.
Hey, snap out of it, Puto.
I wanted to ask, what did I experience during this like trance? that I was in?
Overwhelming like curiosity, like a need to observe, like like when there's a train wreck, even if you wanted to look away you couldn't.
Mhm.
It's like that, but if it were a sporting event and millions of people wanted to do it, like that's what it felt
Mhm.
like.
Gotcha. I'm gonna look as he punches me. I'm gonna go, oh, goddamn fool! Like,
Hey, man, you were scaring me. Thought you were gonna take off.
No, you're right.
That
Like,
hard.
no. You.
What the hell did
Normally
that
I'd be like hella pissed, but like, I think you did the right thing. Dude, don't look at that like ball creature back there. Like, it hella got me like curious, and I couldn't control myself. Like, I had to walk towards it.
Yeah, why don't you go save those other poor, unfortunate souls?
You want me to save them?
No,
Oh, I
Reed.
don't know if I got all my teeth.
Why don't I go save them?
Yeah. I mean, that worked, right? Just go punch some of the other people in the face.
Well, hold on.
Alone?
I'll go with you.
Well, hold on 1 second. And I'm gonna be like intentionally looking at the ground while I'm talking to him. I'm gonna be like, well, hold on like 1 second, putos. Like, if you get within tentacle range, you might be able to like pull you into the river and shit. And what the fuck are we gonna do?
That's what
That's
I'm worried about.
that's a good point.
So
His feet notices that there's some tentacles coming out of the water, and says, "Look towards the water, tentacles."
and I'm gonna yell at Arthur, and be like, Arthur, can you like hella shoot those tentacles?
I can certainly try.
Can it hear us?
I'm
I don't
assuming
give
you
a
guys.
shit.
I'm assuming you guys are yelling back and forth.
Oh
at each
yeah,
other.
I'm yelling. Oh, 100%
Yeah.
I'm yelling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
So
like 10
it-
feet from each other, 20 feet.
No, I'm yelling at. Are these 5 foot squares?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. So you
Oh,
don't even have to
okay,
necessarily
so-
be yelling. Yeah.
Yeah,
Can
so I'm
it-
gonna
can
be
it-
talking loudly then, and be like, "Hey, Arthur, can you like shoot those tentacles?" And then he said he's gonna certainly try. Be like, "This thing tried to like lure me into the water and shit." And I'm talking to Arthur.
Yeah, Arthur is going to get in position.
And as you get in position and level your aim, while this conversation's happening, the tendrils were only out of the water, 4 or 5 feet when you made the call out. Now they're out 10 feet, 12 feet, 15 feet straight up. And you can see that some of the water is beginning to become displaced. And, you can count 1, 2, 3, 4 tendrils, and then a glint of something, and teeth, and a huge creature begins to wriggle its way out onto the shore as you crack off a shot. I need everybody to roll initiative.
Ish.
Of course, you
Wait, I
guys
don't
would
have my
go and
fishing
fuck with
license.
something.
Initiatives. Okay.
I'm sorry, what did you
That's
say,
a
Chris?
D20, correct?
That's a d20, yeah, plus your initiative. And
I
then
was
you
I
guys-
was saying in character. Of course, you guys would go and fuck with something.
Stover, make me one attack roll, too, before we get started on combat, because you're starting us off. You fired your shot.
Okay.
You get a surprise round?
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's
you
initiative.
you not only do not get a surprise round, but your gun jams, and you will need to take one movement action to unjam it before it can fire.
Okay.
Do we get dialogue for
Unfortunate.
that?
Yeah, he's taking his time, and it's gonna be.
You cut out?
Yeah, it's gonna be a minute.
Gotcha. Oh, that's a great
long
idea.
time.
Just put him in chat. Oh, everybody just put your initiative in chat. Thank you, guys. That's amazing. That's the way we should fucking do this for the foreseeable future. Okay, Monzo got 17. Reed got...
I'll put it in chat.
Oh yeah, you will. Kythar, I have to roll for Kythar. Oh, damn it. Even move my dice. In my new dice tray.
Well, it's been nice knowing everybody.
Yeah, you too.
Eh.
I had to swim.
Okay, Anthony, if you are cool running Kythar in combat,
Yeah,
then
yeah, I can do that. Oh yeah, that's a good point.
that's why he posted his character sheet in general, so that
I can try to help.
Let me open it up here.
yeah, and that's I think that's a great idea.
Okay. So let me roll here.
I just need to know what his initiative is. Great.
Initiative's going to be a 12.
+4.
Okay. And then Simone got a 21. Fast boy. Arthur, I
got
don't
improved
see
initiative.
yours in chat.
Yeah, it was 11 plus doing the roll. 17 altogether.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And someone else got-
Sigbert, are you in? Did you put yours in chat?
He did.
I did. I got 15.
15.
He's Theresian Crowbap.
Ah, there we are. Yes. 15. Okay. Arthur and Monzo got the same score. Monzo, what's your
Roll off?
dex? Yeah, let's do a roll off. That's more fun. That's more fun. Unless one of you guys wants to give it up to the other one.
Roll off.
Beat an 8.
Oh,
Eight, can you beat an 8?
Here we go.
No mods, no nothing.
Knowing
Vanilla
Silver's like
rolls.
it's gonna be a nat 20. Here we
What
go,
do you
nat
got?
20.
What do you got? What do you got?
What?
Oh, this is the place to get that out of the way. Get it out of your system.
Well
2
done.
back-to-back ones to start the session. You're done now. There will be no more of those. You can basically guarantee
Statistically,
it.
you can't. It's not possible to roll another one.
Unless you're Aaron Silver.
It's actually more likely now.
Oh man. Okay, so Monzo, I'm gonna bump you to 18, just for my own internal
Bump.
purposes.
Aaron's got his fancy beer glass.
See, Aaron, you win sometimes.
Beer glass. It's a wine glass. So you have the same one.
Oh wait, I don't have
You
a
have the
test
same
in
one.
here.
Really.
A test?
You
Did you
drinking
put?
beer
Oh,
out of
you
a
got a
wine glass?
6. You're doing great.
That's the most white trash
You're
thing I've
doing
ever
great.
seen you do,
You're
Aaron.
good. Oh, I got to roll for him.
Aaron drinking beer in a wine glass.
Mm-hmm.
Good job, buddy.
Wow.
It really maintains that cold. You know, it's what you want. You want to warm up as quickly as
essay.
possible.
He's got a wine glass koozie on it. Sorry, go ahead.
I borrow Megan's.
We were making sure you had time to do all the math that you needed to do.
No, you're good. I'm literally just arranging my tiles right now so that
Okay.
they're all in order. Great. Okay, so let's see here. Fucking Arthur, levels his pistol and takes a shot, and you just hear you guys all just hear a soft metallic click in the night, and you hear Arthur say, "It's gonna be a while," and you can hear water being displaced and running, and as you glance and as all of you look over, you can see that these tendrils are attached to this large serpentine figure with a huge red fin coming off of the back. Its mouth looks like a worm mouth, ringed with teeth, 3 layers all the way around, and it has 3 eyes in each larger than the last, going up the middle of his forehead and back. And as it comes out of the water it comes into full view of all of you, Simone, what do you do?
Mm-hmm. Since I am number 1,
Since
right?
you're number 1.
I'm going to take a free 5-foot step back.
Yeah, you will.
And then I'm going to I'm gonna be right next to Reed and be like, "Hey fool, you got anything that like allows me to attack this puto?" As soon as I try to like read magic on him, he like had me hella incensed in him and shit. You got anything that can help me like fight that shit off? In non-character terms, I'm asking if you have any spells that give you a will bonus.
I have Aura of Courage. It says you are immune to fear, magical or otherwise. Each ally within 10 feet of you gains a +4 morale bonus on saving throws against fear effects.
Okay.
I have that, and then I have Aura of Good. Paladin's energy resistance.
Okay, so you need to make the best decision on what you think that is. So in this case, I'm going to take my free 5-foot step back, and then I'm going to start summoning Will.
Okay, what's the time down to on that for you?
It is down to one round.
1 round, excellent. So it's a full round, but it's 1 round.
It's a full round, but it's 1.
Got you.
So you see my eyes start to glow. You see like lightning start to crack around me as you see like parts of reality start to like warp and bend as I'm trying to pull it apart.
Sick.
Yeah. And that'll be my round.
Great.
It's funny picturing you with knee-high white socks floating in the air, casting
Yeah.
and your metal chain. Floating up,
I got my lokes on, all like like strapped to my face.
Oh man.
I got a hella long chain shirt. Chain.
The creature's tentacles begin to writhe, and you hear screech begin to break out. Unnatural. Sounds like this sound should never be heard above water. And and you see one of its tentacles reach out. Reed, what do you do?
It's reaching out at me.
No, sorry, I'm sorry, not Reed. Monzo, what do you do? Might be. I'm way out of order.
Okay. I'm going to use my movement.
All fucking 139 feet of it, or whatever your monk ass has.
I wish only. We get 2 move actions, don't we? If we use our standard.
Yeah, if you're not attacking, you can go double your movement and keep your full AC.
So it'd be 40 twice, so 80.
Yeah, so you can get pretty much wherever you want at this point.
My first move action, I'm gonna stop there. My question, I'm gonna glance at the 3 people. I know that 2 have gone missing into the water. Are
4.
those 3 anything? They're just hanging out.
They're still staring at the orb of light, which is still there.
That's it. That's all they're doing so far.
Yeah, so far.
I'm gonna move here.
Okay.
And I think that's both my actions. So let me look at a key point real quick. I don't think it'll help me. Could I have used a key point for one? I can use a key point to move an additional 20. I'd still be out of standard actions.
Yeah, I don't know that you've even used all your movement necessarily, but I don't think that will help you.
I'm trying to. Could I have used my movement action, a key point for 20 to get me there, and then still have a standard action left? Is what I'm asking.
5, 10, 15, 20, 60. Yes.
I would like to grapple the closest one to me.
Okay. He is not resisting, so you grapple him and you're holding him, and you got him. He's not going anywhere.
Has he snapped too? Can I talk to him?
Right. So a grapple's more of like a bear hug. In my mind, it's you're like holding him down. Are you trying to mimic what you saw happen between Reed and Simone, or are you just
exactly?
Okay, that's an unarmed attack. So you'll need to strike him in order to evoke the same reaction. But he's also not resisting and is a commoner. So.
Oh,
well,
fuck off! It's on a 12. It's on a 20.
No,
No,
Aaron. What are you pinging?
My dice. It rolled a 20, but a 5 showed up in chat.
Oh.
That's what I'm thinking. It doesn't matter. So it's a 5. So.
No. I wasn't gonna make you roll to just like I didn't make Reed roll to hit Simone. I just made him roll his damage. I just need you to roll your damage against him.
Okay. For an unarmed, it's a non-combat damage.
Right? I know, but you still need to roll it.
Fair enough. Give me a second.
Commoners have not very much HP, so the only difference is that
you just kill him.
Max damage.
Yeah. So
11.
So you strike him, and he is not staring at the sphere anymore. But he's not conscious either. He's breathing. He's safe. He's not dying. But you have just effectively used your all of your training kicks in. All of your combat, and you don't have moderation. You're a monk. You're channeling your ki, and you strike this dude and realize after the fact, oh, that might have been too hard for a non-combatant. As you watch him fall over.
Why don't you sleep on it?
God, this puto handing out naps.
I'm done.
Okay, great. Okay. The creature slithers once more, and Arthur finally gets his gun unjammed. I'm assuming you're going to take your movement action to do that.
Yeah.
And is ready to take another shot. It's your turn.
That far might get
Arthur,
into a position.
What's that?
I think Arthur's going to want to get a better spot for damage and all that stuff.
Then you just won't be able to fire. You'll need to, like I said, take a movement to unjam your weapon, and then you can take another movement to move. You just won't be able to roll your attack until the following round.
Yeah, he wants to get within 30.
He's going for that touch, huh?
Correct.
All right. Sounds great.
Yeah, that's it.
No dialogue?
Oh, no dialogue.
Okay. The lot of you see one of the tendrils wrap around uh, the nearest villager, trapped in the light. Not violently, not with any kind of force, just slowly wrapping around, his leg. And you can see that where it's wrapping around, you watch as the skin begins to turn more translucent, and that translucentness climbs up his leg past where the tendril is wrapped around him. He, at this point, is belly up on the water, and he slithers forward onto the beach. He is going to. Oh man, Tyler, I'm really sorry, buddy.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I figured.
Not again.
He's going to use his tendrils, which now you guys see are out of the water. That now that you can see that they're out of the water, are easily between 15 and 20 feet long. And he, has one of them wrapped around this villager, and he strikes at a Tesk with one of them, strikes at Reed with another, strikes at Simone with the third. And we're going to go in that order. For drama's sake, I'm going to roll one at a time. A Tesk, this is you. That's already higher than your AC, I believe.
Mm-hmm. His AC of 1?
No, it's like 9 or something.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I think because I remember it was a single digit, and it was, it's at this point it's got to be like 9.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, this is a new bad guy. I am still getting used to where all of the numbers are.
Oh, he's a bad guy, you say?
If that has not
that out?
been made abundantly clear. Oh, he rolled minimum. That's good, right? That's still not great, because that's still another. I need you to make a fortitude save, please.
You want me to roll? Okay. All right, I got
it. Yes! Let's go, baby!
No!
What's your fortitude, though? Hold on, add your constitution bonus to it.
Or subtract it. Yeah. You can feel where you've been struck, which, by the way, is only, I believe, yeah, dude, it rolled minimum damage. It's only 6 damage. No big deal. You're still very much alive. But you can feel where it struck you on your side, where it tore through your robes and made contact with you. You felt the barbs on the end of these tendrils, dig into your side, and you can feel like a chafing, like a chapping, like a drying of the skin around you, and you pull and you glance down and can see through your robe your own skin becoming translucent. Let's see here.
I'm gonna kill Tyler.
Reed, you're up, bud. I'm gonna roll.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll with Aaron's dice. We're gonna see if it makes any difference. That's a. That's probably gonna hit you even with your high AC. That's a 22.
That hits.
You didn't have to add it up for me.
That's 9 damage, and I also need you to make a fortitude save.
That's not very high.
Your constitution's got to be high. Then -1.
That's a 10.
In a similar fashion, you feel a drying and a chapping feeling along your neck, and though you can't see it, you place your hand on it and you can feel the texture changing on your own skin. Simone.
But no negatives though.
No, it's just a feeling.
Okay.
Not yet.
Just need some lotion.
Dude, we got a guy here. Yeah, that hits. Keep
Okay.
going.
Yep. You caught. We've been going up progressively. You caught max, which is 11.
Okay.
And please make a fortitude save.
Okay.
That would nearly kill me. 11 is more than half of pain.
Yeah, it was a 1, a 4, and then a 6. So we
Ooh.
worked our way up.
Unnatural 20.
You grit your teeth, and you're looking at your party members, and you can see this transformation beginning to take form under them, grasping at the areas where they too have been struck by this creature. And you think to yourself, this will not happen to me. And you channel all of the energy, every iota of concentration you have left, besides what you used to summon will, and and it hurts.
Yeah.
But you assess yourself for the moment, and you don't feel any different, other than pain.
So as I get hit, I'm gonna be like, "I'm no puto," and I'm gonna yell it as loud as I can. And you see it start to form, and then it slowly starts to shrink away.
As you're screaming it, spit flying everywhere.
Oh yeah, 100%. Spit flying every vein popping out of my bald ass head.
You see the vein pop in the translucent part, and then go back. I'm sorry.
Okay, and then I'm sorry, guys. You got to give me just a second to make sure that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're square there. We're good on that. And
We have Soto.
no, I mean we're not even through. I'm checking my bad guy, which is part of the reason why I wanted to pass Soto
He has
off.
4 attacks.
Because I have a brand new bad guy that has some cool things, and does anyone speak Undercommon?
No.
Let me see here. I might.
What
Nope,
the
I
hell are
don't.
languages?
I do not speak
Oh.
Undercommon.
Nope.
Nope.
Okay.
I do not speak Drow.
This creature continues to shriek at you in this unnatural language, and baring teeth, tentacles, flailing on the 3 of you, that is, and one of them still grasped on the villager, to his left. And I believe that'll be it for his turn, which will.
As a free action, I'm gonna yell at A-Task and be like, "Hey fool, he's like a fish. Can he fucking burn him alive and shit?
We'll eat him.
What?
We'll eat him.
Fire.
Can't you make fire out of your hands? Isn't that where the fire comes from?"
That's where fire comes from for people. Yeah, I'll do what I can.
I'll give him some fire.
That's right. And I'm gonna you're gonna see me as I'm still summoning Will. I'm like, that's right. I'm excited for Arthur to give him some fire.
That's great. I love all that. Sigbert, you've been watching all this scene unfold, making it a point to follow from the rear, something inside of you driving to keep everyone in view, to make sure that they're going to be taken care of. And, you've now seen a gun jam. You've seen villagers disappear into the water. And you've watched this creature emerge on the beach and strike out at 3 of your companions. It's now your turn.
So I'm gonna let out a sigh and just go. And I'm gonna move here, and then my free 5, which will put me here.
Big bird.
And then, does that put me in range to strike him?
His base is his body, but his tendrils are still flashed out at the opponents in front of you, so you can absolutely strike at one of his tendrils. Yeah. If you want to strike at his tendril, if you're trying to get at his body, you would need to get 1 square closer.
Okay. Well, then I'll strike out at his tendril
Great.
and just do a attack with my sword.
Cool. Give it a roll.
That will be a
Get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it.
Ow. Ow.
You hurt my tentacle.
be an,
Sorry, go
a
ahead.
19.
A 19 is enough to strike the tentacle. Please roll damage.
Yeah!
There it is.
That'd be funny if you did speak Undercommon. He had like some stupid ass voice. He's like, "Don't hit me."
Oh.
I know.
That'll be 8 damage.
As you strike the beast and deal 8 damage to his tendril, it recoils and pulls back, and it immediately pulls back into the water. 8. Great.
Just a quick question.
Yeah.
So just to be clear, originally my character thought that the light was connected to this beast, but it's not at this point, right? There's a floating light, and then acting separately as a beast that just crawled out of the water.
Would you like to roll a knowledge arcana check and see what your character knows about the situation?
Oh my god.
Monzo.
My character can barely read, but yeah, I would love
The only thing he can read is a recipe book.
Recipes for kicking your ass.
Oh,
wow.
nice.
If he can get through Will.
Punch that motherfucker in the face.
I have to do a manual roll. It's not letting me do so a 13.
That's fine.
So I don't have you. Is it a flat roll? I don't have knowledge of
Yeah, then it should be a flat roll. 13.
13.
You know that this thing is magical, whatever it is, and you assume that it's something separate because it's still there and this fish is out on the water. So, yeah, I mean that's got to be a different thing.
Okay, cool. You can continue.
Cool. Sigbert?
That'll be my turn.
Okay, great, love it.
You disconnected him.
It's me. I'm reconnected.
Okay, now it's you, Reed. Apologies for earlier.
Well, hold on. So the creature is no longer at his spot, right?
No, he's at the tendril is so long that it can go like back behind him, and he just like pulled the tendril back into the water, but he's still.
But his body is still there.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
We still only have one standard action per turn, correct?
You got one movement action and one standard action.
Okay. Let's see. So I could only use like channel positive energy or attack. No.
Correct.
Exclusive.
That is the same.
Okay.
Takes the same place in your turn.
I'm going to channel.
But you can
positive.
also move at the same time.
Right. Correct.
I could. Yeah. I'm going to. Where's the nearest tendril to me?
They're all just kind of slithering in the space in front of you. So I mean, there's one, probably like 5. You have to take your 5-foot step to step up in line with the Tesk, and you could hit a tendril.
Okay. I'm just going to.
I think he's asking if it's within 30 feet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. The whole thing. I mean, these are 5-foot squares. The whole thing's within 30 feet. Yeah, you're solid.
You guys took a bunch of damage. And I took a bunch of damage. I'm going to take my free 5 here. And then I'm going to use channel positive energy. And I'm going to select us 3.
Well, it's a
Target
channel
mystery.
positive area.
It
is an
bloops
aura
out.
of
It
feet
bloops
around.
out from you, but he's specifically not choosing the baddie, I think is what he's saying.
Right. We talked about it last time. You said we were able to target them, or something like that. Is how you ruled it?
Yeah, you can just choose.
get a
You can
pick.
choose to leave out the baddie. That's not a big deal. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna leave out the baddie then.
Yeah. Great.
So everybody heals for 3d6.
And that's how big is the radius around you?
That
I want to know if Sigbert catches any of that healing.
Yeah, you unleash a wave, 3d6 day. You can unleash a wave of positive energy. You choose 3. It doesn't say creatures that take damage from channeled energy receive a DC 14.
There's a range on it somewhere else, but probably near the top, honestly. It's just channel positive energy.
Yeah. I'm looking to see if it's in the spells. Challenge evil. No, I don't see it there.
I guess Sigbert hasn't been hit yet, so I guess it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Sigbert hasn't
Right,
been hit.
right.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah, it doesn't.
No problem.
Okay.
You do you.
I will
roll
find
your
out the range.
No, it's fine. You should know that though. Roll your health. Roll your healing. Wow.
There it is.
That's-
Everybody heals for 12.
That's some healing.
That's more than I took. Woo!
Sweet. Look at you guys getting taken care of by your resident
I'm
healers.
back at
Okay.
full health.
Healer that's doing something. Who would have thought?
Do
I've
I?
only got
do
so
I,
many of those.
And
does my
Anthony,
skin
Kythar's on
feel
deck.
chafy?
Yeah, that's the question. How are the skins?
Still am a chafy boy.
Can I do because they can't check. Can I do a perception check on?
It's their body. They
Actually,
know.
I know I got hit myself. Do I feel it go back on myself? Do I feel it go back to normal?
Are you still translucent?
You still feel. I believe you still feel chafy. It's channel positive energy is the name of that.
Correct.
That's correct.
Let's see.
I would say if it's like a stacking kind of effect, then it wouldn't heal it, unless it's like cure disease or cure poison.
No, yeah,
Or
it's just health. It's just HP. So you guys are still chafy boys.
Yep.
It's a 30-foot radius.
Oh, that's great.
Yes.
So yeah, Sigbert and maybe even Arthur would have been in that range, but no, it's 15 feet around. It's fine. You're good.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So
it's 50 feet away.
so great.
And then I'm done.
Okay, cool.
I'll stand defensively.
Okay, Kythar's up.
Yes. Okay, so let's see, where's he at? He's back here, right?
Yeah.
So he's gonna take his free 5.
And you
Okay.
guys hear him belch loudly, and you can almost hear. You can almost, if you listen closely, hear the sound of all the liquid sloshing in his stomach.
What's the hangover state? Is it fatigued?
It could be. I don't know. We're not doing this for real. But yeah, that'd be a good way. Fatigued, like for one degree of exhaustion.
5, 10, 15, 20. And then he's going to make a power attack at the nearest tendril.
And I'm assuming he's raged.
Rage is a free action, right?
Yes.
Then yes, he will definitely. Yes, as a free action, he will definitely be enraged.
I think that's plus 1 or 2 to damage.
He gets his +4 to morale bonus, on +2 on will saves. He takes him -2 to AC. So +4 to strength, which gives him a +2 modifier.
Right.
I believe.
Right. That sounds right.
Strength. I believe it's every 2 is 1.
That's right.
And then it also gives him Constitution. Nothing towards his attack, though. Okay, cool. So he's going to make his attack. And this is a power attack. Oh, shit.
Not very powerful. He's hungover, so that tracks.
Yeah.
You guys just watch Kythar just like go into rage, belch loudly, raises falchion over his head, and just kind of like you watch him like have like his body shudders, and there's a loud like it comes out as he's swinging his sword, and he just completely whiffs it.
My character's gonna roll his eyes.
I'd be like, hey, this is why we don't drink on the job, fool.
All right, and then a test buddy who is still in a threatened square. It is your turn.
In the rear with the gear.
I am going to cast
A concentration check? When he means
Invisibility.
threaten squared. Oh, hey-o. Getting himself out of there. Fuck the rest of the party. I was kidding.
All right, I hear you. You cast invisibility, and you turn invisible.
And then I back away.
I'm gonna let you do that. I don't know if that's what the rules say or not, but that's what seems right to me.
I would tend to agree with you. Tendril agreement? I don't know.
You know what?
Okay.
I like the attempt at the
Okay.
pun. I appreciate the attempt at the pun.
Okay.
Here we go.
Back
I
on
still,
track.
I know I just went invisible, but I still don't feel quite right. I don't know. How are you feeling, Reed?
Feel a little weird,
Reed's like,
but
what
I
the
don't
fuck
know
is
what
talking
I don't
to
know
me?
what it is.
Remember, Reed, he's invisible.
Yeah.
Oh right, he's
Yeah.
where the fuck are you?
So to your left, Reed, you just saw him just go boing, out of existence. And then you heard him say, hey, Reed, how are you feeling?
Is that how you said it? Just like that casually?
No.
You said it. You said how you said it before.
I'll say it like I said it before. I said, "Hey, Reed, how are you feeling?"
Not so great. Not
Yeah,
so
me
great.
neither. Thanks for the healing, though.
You're welcome. Don't make me do it again.
That's why I went invisible and moved away. Fight the fucking monster. Let's do this. And then that's the end of my turn.
Love it. That brings us back to the top. Simone, you're up.
Awesome. So I'm assuming at this point Will is
Here. He takes one round to summon. He's summoned. He's good.
Woo!
Heyo.
Will's in. Hey, Will comes out. And so in this time, Simone is going to cast Mage Armor onto Will,
Great.
giving Will a +4 to his AC.
Standard action, not quickening your spell.
I'm not quickening my spell. I don't have that meta magic.
Okay, great.
Yep, I'm only level 5.
I guess that's fair.
Yeah. And then, so that's Simone, who is then going to continue moving back 10 feet. And
you were also in a threatened square.
I will be moving back.
Okay, just want to make sure you
Go
are
ahead and
aware.
roll your. Go ahead and roll that attack of
They're
opportunity.
gonna do the thing.
Yeah, I'm going to be moving out of whatever his threatened range is.
It's a dirty 20.
Then that 100% hits.
Minimum damage this time, which is great. But
Roll my fort.
But I do need another fort. So that's 6 damage.
Okay.
And
Fort is 13.
And this time you can't quite push through, and you grip your arm and you pull your sleeve back and look down and can see the same process occurring on your arm as you are witnessing happening on your companions.
I'm a little scared, but I'm also it's kind of cool to see like my muscles. I'm gonna be like, and with that, I'm gonna be like flex and like let go, flex and let go as I see my muscles like go in and out. And be like, that's hella, like to myself and be like, that's hella cool.
If you don't have inspiration, Anthony, you need to take it. That's a perfect little in character moment. I love that. That's great.
And of course, Will is going to take his free 5-foot step, and since he has reach,
that'll be close enough.
Does he have the ability to strike at the body of the monster?
Yeah, with his reach for sure.
Okay. I will be taking a full round action of attacks, which is 4 attacks.
Just to clarify, though, he is currently in a threatened square. Does that change? Will is. Does that change your turn?
That does not change my turn at all.
I just want to make sure you're aware.
Yes, I am aware. Okay. So let's see what happens here. Oh, okay. So I crit on the last one. That's a 19 on the first one.
That means they're going to hit across the board. Roll to confirm your crit.
Okay. Another nat 20. Can I roll again?
Shit. I don't even know what the rule is for that if you roll.
We used to play 3 nat 20s in a row. You can instantly kill something, but that's just how we used to play. Because having 3 nat 20s in a row is just insane. But of course, that is your,
It won't be a kill, but roll one more time. Because
Okay.
a third nat 20 would be insane.
There's no way. So
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh,
All right.
Hey,
That's a 24
Okay,
for the
so
last
20,
spot, if I had my
24,
bad.
24 confirms your crit.
Yeah.
So roll regular damage 3 times, and then just assume max on the fourth.
Okay. So then that's a.
ton of damage. Holy shit.
Because we do, and as a reminder, this is a great reminder.
Uh,
This group did choose last play session 6 months ago to play that crits are always max damage.
Yes.
So that they
Full
they
place.
feel more, so you can't roll a 1 on a crit and just, but that will apply for your enemies as well. So just a friendly reminder. Okay,
Yes.
Anthony,
Right.
go ahead.
So the first one is 7. Next one is 10.
Great.
The next one is 11. So that's 28 damage just there.
28.
And
let's
then-
go.
Then plus my extra damage, which would be max, that would be an additional 11. So 39.
39.
Billion is popping off.
Okay, let me see what that.
So you can describe it, but I'm gonna be like Will's gonna be slicing, and then I would like to, if I can, with my last 2 attacks, since they crit. You know how cats, when you rub their belly and they don't like it, and they like rend with their back paws. I can have
Kick 'em
Will
off.
and like grab onto the tendril some point, and then be like. And like rend his
and you guys are watching 2 of these tendrils have just been stripped to ribbons. I mean, like you can see whatever the cartilage mechanism is that supports the tendrils, and in a similar fashion, they instinctively recoil, which only digs Will's claws in deeper and causes them to pull more flesh away as they recoil back into the water for a minute, and you see the water turn a murky black green color around those areas.
Does the monster yell out?
And it does absolutely
Okay,
shriek.
yeah. All right, cool.
It does absolutely shriek.
Yeah. And when he does all that, he's gonna like spit the flesh out and be like, I need some more. I need another mouthful of you, honey.
Gross.
Love it. Love it.
And so then, since I moved and cast a spell for Simone, that would be it. I took a full round action with Will. I'm done.
Great. Monzo, you're up, buddy. Arthur, you're on deck.
Okay.
And as of now, so I'm only loading in 2 of the people. You said there's 4 over here, though?
There's 4. There's one immediately next to the guy. There's the one you just knocked out. There's the one standing in front of him, and another woman who you are literally standing next to.
I got it. For some reason, my texture's not loading on the one next to the guy. You know how...
It's like a little ball right here
Yeah,
for me.
yeah.
Prisoner
that's
crazy.
fine. Okay, so that's a person. I'm going to take a free 5. What was the ruling we had for free 5s? I forget.
We're playing them the way we've always played them. They're free. You can take 1 every turn. Doesn't matter. Not a big deal.
Okay, I'm going to use Flurry of Blows for non-lethal on both of the characters next to me, and that gives me 2 attacks at a -2 for my attack roll.
Okay, so you're embracing the knock 'em out strategy now, huh? Is that what I'm hearing?
I'm embracing the snap 'em out of it.
Okay, all right.
That's an interesting way to snap him out of it.
Is there another option? I mean, if it was up to me, I'd just slap him on the cheek, but I'm assuming you won't.
No,
Never wake
it's
him up
not.
that
Slapping a gentle slap on the cheek will not pull them out of this trance.
I'm gonna knock him out.
All right.
Well, if you do max damage, you'll knock him out. If you don't, then
Well,
you know.
non-lethal damage only has to be half their total HP, and they do not have.
That's
total
true.
HP. Don't.
Okay.
They're in trance. Don't bother rolling an attack. Just roll your damage. You're hitting these guys. They have no way to defend themselves. They are completely helpless.
So it's +6 to each. So 7 and 5.
Boom.
7 and 6.
You are now babysitting a group of sleeping villagers.
So wait, so hold on. While Will and everybody else is fighting this creature, Monzo runs over to all the other people and just punches him and knocks him out.
Beats the shit out of people who just can't do anything about it.
Like to
Meanwhile,
sit down.
everybody's getting turned into God knows what.
I'd like to sit down, crisscross applesauce, and break out my lunch. I'm just kidding. I'm going to. I think that's the end of my actions.
I'm gonna yell and be like, "Hey, Puto, you're supposed to attack like this big green monster thing."
I'm really here. So I'm done.
That's great. Arthur, you are up, and Sigbert, you're on deck.
Okay, I'm gonna take my free 5. And then that way I'd have a line of sight here on this gooberfish looking thing.
Yep.
And I'm gonna shoot at it with the musket.
Yeah. It's hardly worth making you roll because it's a very large creature and you are very close to it, and its touch AC is not that high, but congratulations, you hit it. Roll your damage, bud. I don't even know what your modifier is.
Congratulations. That's hilarious.
Oh, man.
Hey, max damage.
Hey!
13.
13 damage. Holy shit. As you nail it directly in its largest eye, and you watch the blood splurt out of it, and it blinks and recoils, and tendrils just, all of them, except for the one which is wrapped around the villager, just wildly swing over in your direction, and they pass within inches of your nose. Anything else you'd like to do, bud?
That's the first time Arthur ever fired it, so he's kind of surprised. My pistol jams, and this rusty thing that I wasn't even sure was going to work fired, and he just kind of shrugs and reloading.
Every time you say his gun jams, I think of Spaceballs, and it's like, we've been jammed. You see jam go down the screen?
Right on. Yeah, that's all Arthur has. He's just perplexed.
So I've been jammed, and you look at your flintlock, and there's jam in like the powder tray.
Yeah, in the pan.
Yeah.
In the barrel.
Yeah. I know, just as you shoot it, like a bunch of jam comes out.
It's all disgusted. Oh.
Oh, that's great, guys.
Too much jam.
Are you done, Arthur, with your reload?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Done.
Sigbert, you will be up after Mr. Man. Mr. Man. Shit, I should have been thinking about this. You guys are gonna watch the tendril that has the villager in it. As the villager just boom falls down and and gets pulled into the water out of sight. And a moment later, the tendril comes back up and is back out of the water in like striking position. The two which were just kind of flailing wildly before. Let's see here.
I'm gonna while I see him grab that villager, I'm all, where are you storing those, huh? In your culo?
And the
Culo
tendrils
means butt. For those of you who don't speak Spanish.
Is Simone translating that for us? Is he telling
Yo
us
no
that?
sé.
No, I don't. That was just me yelling. He's like, "Hey, where are you putting that villager in your culo?"
Oh.
The tendrils strike out. One at Sigbert for a ridiculous that I'm sure hits in the high 20s. One at Kythar for... I can do math. 15?
Yeah, let me check. Sorry.
You're good.
I totally forgot.
It's okay. He's
that hit. Wait, no, it does not hit.
Okay.
It does not hit.
The second tendril coming and swinging is in the high 20s, so we'll assume that the second tendril hits him. So the other three are just flailing wildly in the direction the shot came in. One of them strikes Sigbert. The other two sail past him. One of them, Kythar, is able to duck out of the way of, and then turning. The third hits him squarely in the chin. Would you roll a fort save for Kythar, please, for
Yes,
me, Anthony?
Kythar got bitch slapped. That's so funny.
Sigbert took minimum I believe is 6. Give me a minute to confirm. 6 damage.
This
Kythar,
is fortitude. right?
Fortitude.
No.
Yeah,
So he got 25.
he passes.
Yeah.
And so, but he did take 9 slime damage.
Okay, so
Sigbert, you were 6 damage, and then your fort save.
so it's 47.
Oh, port save. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I didn't actually ask for it. I don't think. But you have been struck by a tendril, and you will need to make a fort save for me, please.
I'd like to say that Kythar, whenever he got hit, he can feel his face go scaly, and he just starts chugging like the alcohol from his belt. And as he chugs, the scaly skin starts to go back to normal on his, and he goes "aha!" as he yells.
My fort
curse
save
is
is
lifted.
a 12.
It's a 12. Unfortunately, where you were struck on your knee, you know, it's your knees begin to get super chapped, and they're not a particularly moist place to begin with. And you've been traveling, and all the sweat just evaporates off of them, and you can feel that chafed tightness beginning to creep up your shin and down your shin and up your thigh. And as you glance down, you can see you see a vein, and then another vein, and a grip of muscle. That's it for him. He could move.
I wanted to ask, without a perception check, from what we can notice, when the other villager went into the water, was there any parts that we already damaged on the monster? Did it like reform? Like, did his eye reform? Did like one of the tendrils like looked like it like gained a meat back or anything?
No, you don't have
And
to
this is
do.
without a perception.
Yeah, you don't have to do a perception check for that.
Okay.
Because I mean, this would be you're 10 feet away from it. You know, it's dark, but
Yeah.
you have night vision. There's like the
Yeah,
ember of campfires and shit around.
Yeah.
And so no, it's not. Nothing's coming back. Nothing's reformed. The other, but you know, it still has 2 other eyes. The two tendrils that Will shredded are. You know, the important part are the barbs at the end, which are still, striking out at you guys. And, but it doesn't look like there seems to be any kind of like regenerative quality to this creature.
Okay. Cool.
Great. And it's not going to do that because it wouldn't move. It's used all of its attacks. Okay, I think he's done. And then that does bring us to Sigbert with Reed on deck.
Hell yeah.
Okay. So
Say it, Stover.
Say what?
Oh, sorry, I was gonna say his name, but go ahead.
Oh, Sigbert.
So I'm gonna move my free 5, and then does that put me in range to hit him?
To hit the body? Absolutely.
Okay. And then I'm gonna do my my two-handed attack.
Okay, great.
An attack with both attacks.
Cool.
And then hold on.
Do you have a sword? Like, what weapons do you have?
I have a sword and then an axe in my offhand.
Oh shit, nice. You're dual wielding.
Yeah.
He's a fighter boy.
So,
That's cool.
oops. Let's check something real quick.
I got some tips for a two-handed fighter. If later down the levels you can do some crazy shit.
Wah, wah.
So, yep. So that, yeah.
What's the final on the first attack? Out of curiosity.
That was the one was that's my first attack.
What was the 7 that you just rolled? Oh, that was the fort. I'm sorry.
The 7
Yeah.
that was my fort saves.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah. That's unfortunate. Major fumblage is happening here. We've got guns jamming. We're losing grip of our weapons. We're having a tough time here, guys. We're having a tough time.
We haven't fought in a while, to be fair.
That's fair. You guys have been
We're all
traveling. You've gotten
rusty.
soft.
It's been like a day of traveling. God. You can't gain 5 pounds in a day. I figured that one out.
It's midnight. We're tired.
We just woke up.
You guys woke up 4 hours ago.
Our circadian rhythm is the opposite of what it should be, okay? We are rested. We are ready to go. Let's fucking kill this thing. That's what I say.
Sigbert,
All right, I'm still up.
do you have any
commentary
or any dialogue?
I'm just gonna kind of let out a frustrated like, but that's pretty much it.
All right, Reed, you're up.
But
I'm sorry, Bud. Go for it.
I was gonna say, but I look very visibly frustrated, or visibly, physically, like you guys, everybody can tell that I'm very upset that just happened.
Yeah, that body language is screaming too, not just your voice.
Yeah.
Reed is up. Kythar is on deck. Anthony.
Let's
Gotcha.
see. Can I move up and here and like attack its face? Is that open?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, the tendrils are like, they come out of his side, so they occupy all that space. But he can hit you, 15 feet out. So it doesn't really matter at this point how close you get. He can hit you.
Is he size category large or huge?
That's a good question. He's huge. He's huge.
Before Reed moves, I'm gonna see him. Hey, puto, don't get close. He can swallow you whole.
Great. I'm going to attack one of the tendrils, and I'm going to use Smite Evil as I do that.
Okay, that just like increases. That just like increases your attack or something, right?
Yeah, I add 2 to my attack roll, and then +5 to the damage roll.
You're smiting him?
I'm smiting him.
Okay, so from my understanding, how it works against evil creatures is that it removes all DR from the creature.
All damage reduction.
Exactly. So he just does straight HP damage if it hits. So that if there's like outsider or devils, usually they have some sort of damage reduction tied to them. And smite just completely negates all that damage reduction. He does just straight damage, which is why paladins against evil do so much, are so good.
Reading on, it says, if the target of Smite Evil is an outsider with the evil subtype, an evil aligned dragon, or an undead creature, the bonus to the damage on the first successful attack increases to +10 regardless of the attack. Smite Evil automatically bypass any DR the creature might possess. In addition, while Smite Evil is in effect, you gain +2 deflection bonus to your AC against attacks made by the target of the smite. If you target a creature that is not evil, the smite is wasted with no effect.
Okay.
The Smite Evil effect remains until the Smite Evil effect remains until the target of the smite is dead, or the next time you rest and regain. Oh shit! So I only have to smite him once, and it just.
Right, and that was my question. Is that a standard action? Is that a swift action? What's your
swift action? That's a swift action.
Love it. Cool.
But he isn't an outsider, from my understanding.
So you
don't get the
you need to roll to attack, is what I'm hearing. And then you might get a bunch of damage if you hit him, but you got to roll to attack first.
That's a 29.
That's gonna hit him.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so it's gonna be a D8.
He's eating while he's rolling his damage.
Oh, 11. Okay, that's
okay. That's okay.
Great.
I'm eating berries.
Oh, okay.
But the smite stays in effect still so that applies every time I attack him now.
Yes. And you get the +2 to your AC just from that creature.
Correct.
It sounds like,
Right.
If he was a demon, it'd be different. Or
it's looking good, boys.
Oh,
come have some justice!
Love it. That's so cool. Done.
Who's your god?
Monday.
There you go.
Monday, yeah.
Done.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm done. Yes.
All right, Kythar's up. Ateska's on deck.
Yes. In his drunken rage at the fact that he even attempted to try to hit Kythar, he became so enraged, almost like he was looking for a bar fight, and he just found the guy that he's going to go pick on now. He is going to make, since he's also enraged, he is going to make his attack against the monster. And let's do that attack. Oh, hey, a natural 20.
That's gonna hit him.
Ooh, okay. So with that, it's going to be +6. Okay, so that's +6 plus what was it? 5. So he's going to do 11 damage to him.
That is awesome. And he strikes and cleaves into the body or the tendril. What's the body?
He will strike into the body opposite of the mouth. You know, the mouth's in the middle. He's going to try to hit it off to the side since he's already on the side right there.
And he strikes it between where the gape of the mouth ends and the gills begin. And as he tears back, his axe, he watches, a chunk of the beast's flesh pull back, and he can see the inner, machinations of the webbing of the gills, which in the new gash that he's just torn open.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
He'd be, I have my next target, as he peers into the gash.
Sick.
And as a swift action, since in your campaign you can use potions as a swift action, you can take a swig really quick of his alcohol.
Yes, you can. I thought you were going to be like, he's going to drink all of his health potions. Ha, fuck him. No.
Maybe at the end. That'd be really funny. I'm going to hand out all his gold.
I know. He strips naked. He's a nudist now.
And calls his wiener his new falchion.
A Tesk. You're up, bud.
I'm going to cast Magic Missile.
Yeah, you are.
Hey!
Just roll your damage, bud. Simone, you're on deck.
All right. Go ahead and roll that damn. How many magic missiles do you have? 2 or just
3?
1?
4. 4?
Whoa.
Wow.
Right? I have 4 or do I have 3?
I thought I remembered you having 3. You could have 4. I don't remember. You know your character better.
No, I don't.
No, I don't. No, I don't know my character better.
I know that you took the feat that lets you cast at 1 level higher. I just don't know if that level is 3 or 4 right now. Do you get an extra missile at 6th level, basically?
Okay, so I think it's just 3 then. So we'll just drop that last one. Which is unfortunately a high number.
No, we'll drop the mean. We'll drop the 3. So you can take 9 damage plus your modifier.
So that's 12 damage total.
Cool.
Bam.
And again, it shrieks in response. You are no longer invisible.
Yep.
And it 2 of its eyes lock on you.
And I'm gonna take a step back.
Great.
Take that piece of shit. And then I'm done.
Nice. Some attitude.
Love it. All right, Simone.
Awesome. So my Eidolon has the ability of share spell, which would mean any spell that would
spell.
target me,
Right.
I could target him.
Yeah,
So with that in mind, I'm going to cast Bull Strength on him.
Cool.
Which increases his strength by +4.
Sick.
Awesome. So I guess it also increases his attack bonus according to the program by +2.
Yeah, because that makes sense. Because if his strength went up by 4, he got a strength modifier went up by 2, so that tracks.
No, but I'm saying his attack bonus goes up too, which I didn't think correlated, but according to this, it does. So, Will is then going to take with his reach. Can he hit the body as well?
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
Okay, great. He is going to do a similar attack as Kythar at the gills specifically. Of the monster, or of the creature.
Cool.
Okay. He's going to make... So let's do 2 at a time first. Because I'm an idiot that I did all of them at once last time. So that's a 22 on the 10, and that's a 17, 19 on the 7.
They both hit.
Okay. Give you an additional 2. So the 3, 12, 13, 14, 15 on that one.
That's a miss.
And 19, 20, 21. 21 on the 9.
That's a hit. 3 hits.
Okay, so 3 of them hit.
Yep.
Great. And then, so that's going to be... It's a D6. So 3 of them hits. I'll roll all 3 of my damage. Okay, so that's plus 7 each one. So that's 8 on the first one, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 on the next one, which brings me to what, 19, and then 5, 7. What's that? 12, 6, 7, 8, 9.
That's right.
10. No, it's,
That's
yeah,
right.
12.
5 and 7
And
is
then
12.
12 on the last one, bringing my total to, I think, is that 30 since I rolled 18?
No, it's 31.
31. Okay, 31 damage from Will. Specifically at, I was looking at those gills of the other side that, opposite to Kythar.
Right. That is...
Effectively, just to let you know, I saw Kythar make that attack, since I'm, where everyone's in front of each other.
Yeah, you guys
right?
are right next to each other.
And I'm trying to prevent the creature from being able to go back into the water and breathe, essentially.
Got you.
Yeah.
And yeah, your strike results in it crying out. It definitely looks like it has, a little fight left in it, but it is, at this point, it's got 2 shredded tendrils, busted gills on one side, busted gills on the other side, and only 2 of his 3 eyes are in play. So he's, and these screeches are getting more and more harsh, more grating with every strike.
I'm gonna yell out. Simone's gonna be like, "Hey, everyone, be careful! We're kind of backing this puto into a corner, and he can lash out hella crazy. So like, be careful and shit." Will just kind of goes, "Meow." And that'll be the end of my turn. Oh, actually, you know what? Before I end, can I do a perception check from Simone onto the monster?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Because no one's done a perception check yet, so
I know. That's why kind of why I gave you the fight left in him comment, because I noticed nobody.
Yeah. It's a 10, and I'm looking for anything that I wouldn't be able to immediately see by just looking at the creature.
Yeah, I mean nothing immediate. A 10 is enough to know that he's pretty badly hurt. Like you just said so yourself. We're backing this dude into a corner. Like, we need to be careful. He's an animal, and so he's looking and fighting like a wounded animal. And so
I guess I have a specific question. Are the barbs still attached to all 4 of the tendrils?
Yes. Okay. And you are able to see specifically that is because whatever the cartilage is that creates the core of the tendrils, it's just an extension. It's all one piece. Because you can see where the flesh is pulled away from the other 2.
Oh, I got you. So it's almost like a bone sticking out of some flesh, right? Okay.
Right. Imagine there was a spine running through each of the tendrils, and at the end of the spine, instead of a neck and a head, are these barbs.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah. That makes sense. All right, and that'll be the end of my turn.
Cool. Then that brings us to Monzo. Arthur's on deck.
I'm gonna yell. 3 are down. I got 3, and then I'm gonna use my movement. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So I'm at 25 out of 40.
You got to get 5 more to hit the body. You can hit a tendril now.
I do want to hit the body. I want to jump, though.
Sure. What do you...
I have 15 feet left. I would like to jump onto it.
Onto the top of the creature?
Yeah, I'm going to grapple
it. You can't... I literally don't think you can grapple a huge creature. as a
Not a
normal
huge-
size creature.
As a medium creature,
Or-
you can't.
yeah.
Yeah.
You can still try for
that-
flavor if you want to
that-
tackle it. If that would be Monzo's reaction, do not let me stop you with rules. But I do want you, the player, to know that that will never be a success.
How about this? I'll still jump onto it, but I'll do attacks. I'll punch it in the head.
There you go. That's great.
Okay, I'm gonna use a key point, so I'm gonna get 3 flurry of blows attacks because I usually get 2
Okay, great.
at -2 each.
Okay, love it.
And other than that, they're all the same. So here comes.
What's the final on the 11 and the 14?
So I'm a little confused on this actually. My flurry of blows says on the special action,
Yep.
it says you taking a -2 on all of your attacks if using this feat.
Right.
To do my roll, and I have flurry of blows, and it says total attack bonus +6/+6. Does that mean it's +6 -2, or is it pre-calculated?
No, I believe it's +6 -2. I don't believe it's pre-calculated because you get a third one, which is not calculated, which presumably would be
but
the
it's
same.
separate from a key point.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's +4.
+4.
So a 15 and an 18.
Yeah. That is, I mean, the 18 would hit, the 1 would crit. We'll say that you get your hit first with all the momentum from your jump. Dive bombing in with that first hit would obviously be the one with the most damage. And then, your landing will knock you off balance and you won't be able to get the rest of your blows in. But roll your damage on
So I'll punch him once, and then I'm gonna try to grapple him, but it's way too big, and my arms are small. Okay, for damage.
So we saw you punch all of the people unconscious, and then we just saw you sprint and jump on top of the monster.
Yeah, I'm gonna knock him out. 4.
4 damage, you say? Okay, you got it. And you get him right in his middle eyeball, and it blinks and goes bloodshot, and you get a big nasty shriek, and it attempts to buck you off of it. Roll me a reflex save.
Okay.
You dexterous monk, you.
15.
15 is just enough. You almost lose your balance, and you just reach out blindly, grasping for anything, and you catch a bit of the fin, and you're like, and everybody around just sees basically like the drunk guy at the rodeo. He's just like holding on to the fin, and then he's like going back and forth, and Monzo's just like gripping this fin for dear life, like flying back and forth. But after all is said and done, your feet do land solidly on top of the creature once more.
Okay. I'd like to do a perception check on the water where I came from. I know originally 2 of them disappeared to the depths. I'm seeing if I can see them in the water.
Okay, sounds good.
Or maybe it's too murky.
So you're looking back the way you came.
Yeah, for 12.
Okay.
The 2 that disappeared in the water turned translucent and disappeared. Do I see them like in the water? Are they walking out? Are they totally gone?
If you are where you are standing, consciously turning and looking back the way you came, I will first need a will save. That ball of light, it's impossible to look in that direction without catching that ball of light, at least in your periphery. And if it stays in your, I'm assuming when you were over there, you were keeping your head down. You were, looking up for a minute, just, looking them up to the bottom of their chin to strike them and, keeping this thing out of your sight. But now that you've got a wider wedge of vision. That's what?
8.
And you guys see Monzo's like just standing, holding this fin, just like, and his head just slowly drops to one side. A smile creeps over his face, and he's just holding the fish, looking over at the people, smiling.
Oh.
Okay. So he just stops what he's doing, and okay. So I'm assuming that since and you can tell me if no, since I was entranced by that thing, I kind of understand exactly what he's going
Oh,
through.
everybody knows what's happening right now. It's pretty
Great.
obvious, yeah.
I could be like, ah, shit. I'm gonna be like, wait, I'm like, I don't know. Hold on, let me rephrase that. You'd be like, hey, let's kill this puto. He's the one dragging him into the water. Don't worry about that little cloud over there. Let's kill this puto right here.
And he just smiles.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Arthur, you're up.
Right on. Gonna take another shot.
Take another shot.
Reloading.
You already did that.
Bombs away.
Here we go.
All together, that would be.
That's gonna hit him flat-footed, but you're good. Or touch rather. You're within 30. You're fine. He's huge.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
All right, and roll damage here. 6
Final.
+1, so 7.
7. And as it lets out another cry, you miss the eye, and you strike it, between the bottom eye and the top ridge of teeth. But this thing is like writhing back and forth, flailing about wildly. If Monzo didn't have a grip on this fin before he became entranced, he'd likely have lost his balance at this point. And he's in a lot of pain. He's hurting pretty bad.
Nice.
Arthur's pleased that he's all in pain, and he bites another cartridge bag, and then says, "Reloading." And turn.
It is.
Okay. Which brings us to the bad guy. And this is almost... Okay, I need a second.
It's almost too easy.
I mean, I wouldn't say that.
No. I meant too easy for the bad guy just to like go crazy, like use everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's what I meant.
And I'm trying to
Not
decide.
that your boss is too easy. That's definitely not true.
And that's what I'm trying to
that-
decide is
Yeah.
what is his all out? What does he think is all out?
Exactly. Yep. Mm-hmm.
It'll be like Vader, all too easy.
Yep.
Do you guys remember Monsters Inc? Specifically, there's a scene in Monsters Inc where there's this like guy who's got these like flippy tendrils and he's orange and he's running around all over the place and he starts making a noise and you just exactly what I'm gonna picture right now.
Send it in Discord a picture of him.
Okay.
We have a breach.
Okay, you guys see the water behind him begin to now remember, this place is called the Stillwater Basin. And the waves begin to crest. And the crests are, a foot or two high before they're 4 feet high, before they're 6 feet high, before they're 10 feet high.
Okay, now it's good.
And as you look up, there is a 25-foot wall of water which has begun to form behind the creature and is moving towards all of you. Sigmund,
Okay.
it's your turn.
Can you outline it on the map where it's at?
I will.
It's starting.
Yeah.
And then
Okay,
just draw arrows to where it is, like exactly as it creeps forward, if that makes any sense.
Oh, it's flying. You guys are.
Oh, okay.
It will overtake all of you in moments.
I'm gonna take 2 attacks against the monster.
Okay. Great, go for it.
First one is 10.
10 will not hit.
And the second one
I believe in you. I believe in you.
is gonna be 13.
Which unfortunately will also not hit.
No.
And it will strike him, but he's a fish covered in scales. And though you've been able to cleave through them previously, and there are gaps in this armor, as it's twisting and turning, it does, catch and glint and deflect off of his scaly armor.
I'm gonna from the back. I'm like, you can do this, Sigbert. You got this, puto.
Come on, Sigbert.
I'm gonna. I don't even know. And then I'm gonna end my turn.
I don't even know. That's a good way to end your turn. I like that. Okay. Reed is up. Kythar's on deck.
Yeah. He's still smited, so I'm just gonna go for it, I think.
You go for it. You do you.
Go for it.
That is a 30.
Which will most certainly hit.
18.
Will also hit.
Nice.
I'm done. Somebody else get him.
You
Well,
gotta
actually,
tell me damage, bro.
You gotta roll damage.
That was damage. 18 was damage.
No, you can't roll a d20 for damage, dude.
No, I rolled a D8.
Oh, so you only rolled one attack.
I only have one attack.
Oh, I see. So what's the damage?
18. It's 1d8 plus 5 plus
Okay.
5.
That is enough for me to ask you how you would like this creature to meet his end.
Yay.
Ooh, okay. So, I am going to jump up on the top of his head, and I'm going to stab him straight down, and then I'm gonna hit Monzo, so he wakes up.
Wow.
Okay. Sounds great.
And then I'm
So now that we're out of combat, I'm assuming.
Okay, hold on real quick.
Okay,
Monzo,
okay.
you are no longer enthralled, but I do need you to roll me a fortitude save, please. Being the only one to come in direct contact with the body of the creature. Okay, so what's your final out of curiosity? Because you get to add a modifier to it, but I'm sure it's not nuts.
Is it the total or the base that you add to the total, right?
It's the yeah for fortitude save, fortitude, will,
8.
and reflex. Yeah. So okay. So Reed strikes this creature, and and it lets out a terrible shriek, and you guys watch the tendrils flail wildly, its tail kicking up behind it right in front of this massive wave which is bearing down on all of you. And with its last shriek of breath, it goes limp. All of the water vanishes. Doesn't disappear back into the water, doesn't fall, just poof, is gone, as is the sphere of light. Monzo, your whole body, as you come to this creature, having been struck by Reed, and knocked free of this creature, your whole body begins to feel chapped, and throat starts to feel dry, and you can't even really speak, and you can't breathe. And it's not
Shit.
It's not that the air is too thick. It's that the air is not thick enough, and you are overwhelmed with the urge to jump into the water. Behind the creature, nothing crazy. And as you do, you can finally breathe, which is strange, being as you're submerged 3 feet under the water. And as you pull your head up, you're unable to breathe. And it dawns on you that for the moment, you seem to have lost the ability to breathe air and seem to only be able to exist in this water. The rest of you who have been struck, whose bodies began to go translucent as you look, that process has now taken over your entirety, and you too feel too dry and feel the need to make this go away somehow, to apply some kind of moisture to your bodies. And there's a dead creature in front of you, and there are 3 unconscious villagers. And you guys are now in free action.
And where's the wave?
It's gone.
It's gone. It's gone. It disappeared.
So all of us don't feel the need to jump into the water. Like we can still breathe. We feel like we need moisture on it. Is that what you said?
That's what I said.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to pull out my canteen and start pouring water over my arm where I got struck.
And as you do, you watch your arm suck all of that moisture in, and not a single drop falls off your elbow. It is all absorbed into your arm. And it becomes much more well lubricated, and you feel like yourself again from, mid bicep to wrist.
I'm going to pour more water on it until it stops. Like when you pour a lot of water on soil and it starts coming up towards the top. I'm going to keep doing it till it stops receiving water and it fills.
Your canteen empties before you get through the other arm.
Gotcha. I only had one arm struck, from my understanding.
No, but the transparent skin has now descended you from head to toe. It has spread from that spot.
Gotcha.
And those of you who were struck, as your party mates look at you, they don't see the familiar faces. They see your eyeballs. They see the muscles in your face. They see the cartilage in your nose.
I'm gonna stand in the water.
And you're not going to say anything? Yeah, I'm going to yell, Monzo, puto, you okay?
Just really dry. Just really dry.
Well, he's underwater, right?
He can pop up and talk, but he will be needing to dunk his head underwater every 30 seconds or so to take a breath.
And they're not all the same way?
No, you are the only one who is breathing water. Everyone else is, and your skin is not translucent.
And other than that, I'm fine.
Other than that, you're fine. You.
The water feels great. And can I do a perception check? And I wanna look around.
In the water?
Yeah.
And as you, okay, yeah, go ahead. I need another final. You're just a human, right?
Yeah, it's 15.
It's midnight. The water's dark. You can't see jack shit.
But the water feels pretty nice.
True story.
Nice. Thanks for the backup, my swimmer player. I appreciate that.
No problem. Definite true story.
I'm just enjoying myself.
Okay.
I'm gonna get some more water.
I'm gonna walk over to the water and be like, hey, you clear putos, you better get in the water. It makes you feel hella better.
I'll go walk into the water.
Very non-muscular ass while walking into the water. In fact, -2 muscle ass walk into the water. As I walk into the water, what happens? Well,
I want to know if anybody else is following you, so that I can describe it for everyone.
Okay.
But
I am as well.
for anyone struck who chooses to go into the water, as you wade in, toes, ankles, knees, hips, stomach. As the deeper in the water you get, the more refreshed you feel, and you all dunk your head under and get your face wet, and the taut skin which had pulled back over your now visible musculature and skeletal systems loosens, and you begin to feel more comfortable again. And those of you who were struck by tendrils are still breathing air, but this is comfortable. This is definitely where your body wants you to be right now.
I'm gonna get like a shiver up my spine when I'm returned to normal.
You don't return to normal. You just feel normal.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Your skin is still translucent. Yeah. You feel great.
I'm gonna look at I'm gonna look around and be like, Monzo.
I'm doing laps. I look like Stover at this moment.
Does he? Do you hear me, or are you kind of like ignoring me as you swim around?
No, I'm assuming.
Okay. I'm all, hey, can you see those other villager putos?
It's too dark.
I'm assuming since we're in a river, I'm near a stone somewhere. There's a stone near me. I'm literally in a river, I guess.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
still water.
There's plenty of rocks.
Okay.
So.
I'm gonna cast light, which is one of my cantrips.
Yep.
On a stone, and I'm gonna throw it at Monzo, but not trying to hit him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's gonna go doink, and as you see it, it lights up a 30-foot radius. It sinks down to the bottom.
Right. Which where Monzo's at is 8 feet maybe. Not that far.
Oh, okay. So cool. So it lights up that whole area that he's in. It's almost like a pool light then.
Yeah, basically now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And as you look out, past the edge of the light, it's obvious that this basin does get much, much deeper towards the middle. But again, I'm gonna send you guys to reference your maps there. It's a huge fucking basin. So you're
This
on the
is
edge.
where
It's
we're
shallow.
at, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna be like, can you see any more of him now? I'm yelling at you, Monzo.
Can I see any more?
Now that there's light, you can see the water around the corpse that you are in is murky. And, as you look, you can see that 20 feet or so around this creature, the water's like cloudy, and it is seeming to clear up, slightly, but half of this, the ass end, quite literally, of this creature is still in the water. And, that seems to be where the cloudiness is the most dense. As you glance around, you do see one body of the human woman, which is on the shelf, laying still, unmoving. 15
Is it
feet
translucent?
out in the water. It is translucent. Yeah.
Processing.
You're good, bro.
Yeah. I'd be like, so I'm gonna sit in the water and be like, okay, well, what the fuck do we do now? Hey, Paladin, can't you heal diseases and shit? Are you able to fucking heal my wounds before? Can you heal this shit? I don't even know which one of you put those, and I'm kind of looking for the armor, of what Reed was wearing, because we're translucent, but we're still wearing our armor, right?
Yeah. So only where the exposed skin would be where you can see the translucentness.
Exactly. And I'd be like, hey, I think it's you, and I'm gonna point at Sigbert. I'm like, hey, you puto paladin. I'm gonna point at Sigbert.
And I do have a quick question.
Yeah.
We're not diseased, are we?
I do not believe you're diseased. No.
Okay, I do have resistance to that as well. Okay. So the girl, she's translucent. If I fill my neck, do I have gills?
Harry Potter.
You fill your neck, and you don't have gills, but the texture is all wrong.
Specifically on the neck or everywhere?
Most concentrated on the neck, but even everywhere, you just it's like you look the same, but your skin has this quality to it that it didn't have before. It's stiffer, it doesn't. not it's not like rock hard. It's not like bark. It's almost like if you had paper pulled taut around your arm. Like you could still move it, but it doesn't bend the way it used to.
So 15 feet away, I see the body of lady. I would like to swim down to her.
Okay, sounds good. And you're underwater. You can breathe underwater.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna ask for a swim check. You're a pretty strong boy, so you could pretty much do what you wanted. However, you are still a human underwater at midnight. So but there's a rock that's got some light, so you can see her, but it's pretty dim. If you carry her to the light or carry the light to her, you'll have a much better shot at inspecting her.
First thing I'm going to do, and I'll tell you, and then everybody else can go. I want to, after feeling my neck, and I know the feeling. Is she? I know she's translucent. Does she feel more taut?
Her skin has that same texture that yours does, despite the fact that it's also translucent. And now that you're this close to her, if you're getting close enough to touch her, you would be able to see that her chest does seem to be slowly rising and falling.
Okay, I'm gonna bring her. I'm gonna grab her and I'm gonna grapple her and swim away.
Great.
Well, hold on, wait. Can't you just see if her heart's beating? Sorry, that was just me talking out of character.
It means you're excited about what's happening. I'm here for it.
I would bring her to the group since I can just swim and grapple.
This process will take a minute. So Monzo disappears after Simone chucks the light at him. What are the rest of you doing?
We're sitting in the water, and that's when I point at Sigbert. And I'm all, "You paladin," not knowing that that's not Reed. I'm gonna go. Hey, can't you fix this and shit? Can't you heal us with your hands?
I don't know what the shit is.
So wait, I was like, "Oh shit,
a different person talking."
Yeah. We're like, "Oh shit, that's you." Oh fuck. What do I look like right now?
My hand.
You're gonna look at your hand and
you
what?
can see every vein.
I'm just gonna, because you're saying you're looking at me to heal, and then I would just look at my hands, because I can't do anything.
I got you.
Your hands, Mr. Noodle, your hands.
Let's see.
I'm gonna be like, oh fuck. Well, this is some sort of affliction and shit, right? None of us had this until he hit us. There's got to be a cure somewhere.
I'm reading.
And I'm gonna stand out of the water and see how long it takes for me to feel dried out.
Okay. And at the moment you're out of the water, you can feel yourself starting to dry. But it's one of those things. It's like a frog in boiling water, right? At first you feel dry, but not uncomfortable necessarily. And then, the first minute or two passes, and you shift. And the feeling your weight shift, it kind of creaks a little more than it should. And then, at the 5-minute mark, you hear water moving on the other side of the creature where Monzo is swimming this woman back. And, when you snap your neck to the side, it, you feel just the top layer of skin split from the quick, turn as if it's totally dry, but it's beginning to get more uncomfortable.
At that point, I'm gonna lay back into the water and be like, "Ah, shit!" I'm gonna duck my head under.
Oh, go ahead.
And I'm gonna be like, "Looks like we're stuck in the water, putos." Well, at least we are.
Can I diagnose disease? Detect and identify disease. One creature. One
He said it's
object,
not disease.
Or it's not disease.
It's not a disease. But seeking some kind of knowledge about it might be a good idea. Maybe somebody in your party knows a little more than everybody else might.
Yeah. I'm gonna look at the wizard and be like, "Hey, fool, you ever seen something like this before?" You're muted, or you're not pressing the button.
That's the button.
I still can't
Tyler,
hear you.
how long have you been talking to nobody, bud?
Oh no! Nope, we don't hear you.
No, we can't hear you.
Oh man.
Oh no!
I want to hear that NPR voice. Come on, I'm getting soft, Tyler.
I see the eyes going back and forth. I see him looking. That's okay
Can you
because
hear us?
Hey, I see a box.
wait, I see a box.
Oh.
You hear me?
Yeah, we got you. We got you.
I've been talking to myself forever.
Oh no.
Oh no!
I thought you guys were just ignoring me. I was like,
No,
No.
100%
No.
no.
Okay,
We're
okay.
here
So
for your
full
input.
full stop. What have you been saying?
I had a really funny line. I was like, well, for a minute I thought my invisibility spell went really wrong. That was the one witty thing I had. That was it.
Yeah,
That's
hard to
all
laugh.
you're missing. That's all
I'm
you're
not
missing.
laughing at that.
See, was it really even that bad that I was gonna? Now I forgot what I was gonna do.
Okay.
Never mind. Just.
that last
This
part
is
was
your
good.
guys' game, so you know.
Yeah. So someone would be like, and I'm gonna try to detect magic on my skin, I guess. To see if it's like a magical.
What's the range on detect magic?
I think it's 60-foot cone.
60-foot cone, and you're basically pointing it like downward at yourself.
Yeah, I'm like looking down because I'm like in the water. I'm gonna think of me like I'm sitting, my butt's in the sand, like everything is besides my head is above water, which I'm occasionally dunking into the water to keep it wet.
Oh, if everything
So I'm
above
like-
you, if you're still out of the water from the neck up, let me make no mistake. That same chafing process and that cracking process is getting worse from the 5-minute mark everywhere that has stayed dry.
No. I'm back in the water at this point.
Okay.
Right. So think of me like I'm sitting in a tub with the water going up to my neck.
I see, and
You know,
I had
my
it
whole
backwards.
body's
I had
under
it
the
backwards.
water.
I thought you
and
were
then I'm
dry and like dunking
Oh
your head in.
no! Once I
Gotcha.
took the damage from turning my head, I immediately went back into the water.
Yeah.
Anthony's
that-
egg beating right now.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm like sitting on the shore. You know, like how you can sit in the shore when it's shallow enough, and it's just like your neck's above the water, and you're just kind of. And I'm occasionally dunking my head to keep my head wet.
I love that.
So I'm gonna like detect magic like on my body, like that's like in front of me, I guess. Yeah.
Well, you are very familiar, obviously, with your own magical aura, right?
Yes.
But
It's different from everything else.
there is another layer on top of that right now, and you know but it doesn't feel like a like dominate person or charm person where that's an effect that that stays on that person, that's actively maintained and held. It feels more residual, but there is a magic that is not your own that is still on and in your body somehow.
Gotcha.
And it's faint, but it's there.
I'm gonna be like, shit. Hey, Atesk.
Yeah.
Is Atesk in the water with us? Did Atesk
Yeah.
get struck?
He got struck,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, he did.
I'm gonna be like, hey, fool. Am I magical? And I'm gonna ask you to see if I'm like magical.
All right, I'll cast detect magic at him.
You cast detect magic at him, and you catch, his normal magic, an extra layer of magic on top of that. But because your cone is at an angle towards him, it also catches behind him some of the water immediately around the creature, and there's the exact same magical effect with a slight alteration, but you can tell it's from the same source that seems to be, emanating and consistent throughout this water, in the area around the creature.
Oh, it's like an aura.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're definitely.
But it's not like an
magical,
aura,
but
it's
so
the
is
water itself.
But only the water around the creature.
Correct.
Okay. Are we currently in the area of
No,
water? around
I'm
the
assuming you guys did not
Yes,
like, jump
I would
in
not be next
and like
to the
rub
creature.
up on the creature. Like I'm
creature?
assuming.
That is definitely true.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead, Tyler.
Speak for yourself.
Reed,
gonna
where
say
did you jump
you're-
in the water, bud? Did you jump in at least 10 feet away from this creature? Or did you jump in closer than that? Because otherwise I got something's going to happen.
I'm just joking.
All right. Well,
I-
there we go. There we
I'm
go.
right there.
Back down. Back down. So you see what you see, Tyler.
Yeah, you're magical. Wait, where are you?
I don't know
And
where
I'm
he
like-
is.
I mean, like, of course, Puto. I'm saying, Do you see any extra magic there?
Are,
I'm
are
trying
you
to tell
really
you.
over there? Or where are you?
I'm
No,
in the
he's
water.
in the water.
Where
He's in the
where I
water.
Okay.
currently was, that was in the water. Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, to me, you were over there.
He was. He has now
Oh.
been moved as of like
Sorry.
5
I
seconds
thought I
ago.
was.
You were playing with Reed's character.
Whoops. I thought I was reading.
All right. No, that's why I was super confused. So I would say you're magical, but the water around the beast is also magical. Probably shouldn't get near that either.
I'm
But
just gonna
yeah.
kind of like, I'm gonna dunk my head underwater real quick and then bring it back up and be like, nah, shit, fool. What I'm saying is, when you look down at yourself, or if you look at me, you should see the same type of magic, right?
Yeah.
There's like something on me
Yeah.
right now.
There's like a magic on you, in you.
Of course, there's something in me, but there's also an extra. What I'm trying to say, this is magical affliction, puto. This ain't no disease.
So we have to get rid of this magic, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
aren't you like that guy? Like, you got that fucking
can't,
knowledge and
no,
shit.
I don't know how to get rid of it. I can, put magic on you, but I can't get it off you.
You can't dispel magic or some shit like that.
I don't
There was one
know
wizard
how
I met
I'm.
one time who could dispel magic. He was like fixing.
I mean, that's
putos.
man. I
He
don't know
was
how many
blades
times
and
I have to
shit.
tell you I'm not a wizard, but
I have found one thing. I have lesser restoration, but it
That-
only lasts for 3 rounds.
So what?
How does it read?
16 seconds or 18
Lesser
seconds?
restoration dispels any magical effects, reducing one of the subject's ability scores, or cures 1d4 points of temporary ability damage to one of the subject's ability scores. Will negates, time 3 rounds, duration instantaneous, range touch.
Yeah, close but no cigar.
Right.
That's a real specific Swiss Army knife deal.
Yeah.
But at some point, somebody will get poisoned and they'll take Constitution damage and they'll lose hit points as a result. Remember, you have that spell, and that's when
Yes.
you use it.
That's a great one. Poisoned, or there's, I think, all different types of
Right.
effects.
Right.
Affects like some sort of the ability scores.
Yeah, like
Some-
like spores that make your deck, that hit your dex score and make your dex go down, make you easier to hit. There's like all kinds of shit like that. So, but unfortunately, that will not cure your compadres.
So I'm gonna look at. I think Kythar is also in the water. I believe he got hit as well.
He got hit, but he fort saved.
Oh, you're right. He is. So he's gonna scream ah and start drinking. Drinks so much that he falls over and passes out.
Yes, he does.
Like, this is drinks up, and then just boom, falls backwards, and is snoring like a certain somebody that I know, that sounding like a chainsaw.
no, we don't know anybody like that.
Yeah, we do.
Fake news.
It's
Fake
almost
news.
drowning out the sound of the basin that we're in.
I've never heard that in my life. Never heard it.
Doesn't snore, does he?
Oh man. Oh, funny.
That's hilarious. Oh, that's so funny.
Okay, so Monzo, you have, I know you're eating, but you have now rejoined your party. You are welcome to rejoin your party whenever you don't have a mouthful of food.
I would, and I swam up with the other passed out person. Or
Right,
I don't know.
holding them in your arms, presumably.
I'm gonna plop them on shore and see what happens.
You plop her on shore, and basically
Yeah.
immediately she starts to, you watch, she starts suffocating.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Name is
grab
last-
her. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, that you can go.
No, I was just gonna say, I'm gonna be like, what are you doing? And it's like, it even hurts to get out of the water, and I'm gonna try to pull her back in. Does it hurt Monzo to get out of the water?
Interestingly,
Besides suffocating.
it interestingly does not hurt him to get out of the water. He just can't breathe out of the water.
Gotcha.
But I don't have the. I don't.
You
have
don't
the
have
dry skin.
translucent skin.
Hey, why doesn't somebody go wake up those people over there that Monzo beat the
So I'm gonna pull her back into the water, and keep her in the water.
Yeah, and if she's completely submerged before too long, the slow rising and falling of her chest continues.
I'll make an unarmed attack to try to wake her up.
She is in. You can tell just by looking at her. She's in something like a recovery coma. Like she needs time to come back.
Gotcha. All right. Well, how about this? I'll take her over to Reed and be like, "Hey, fool, you think she's okay? Like, is she just out like the other putos?"
Let's see. I can.
I would think just do a heal check or something.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll try. Lay on hands on her.
Cool. Give it a go.
D6.
Yeah, you touch her, she heals. Just roll the health.
4.
And her eyes shoot open, and she looks around, and she's incredibly panicked. And she starts, immediately start like tearing up out of the water, and her head, pulls out, and she goes to start screaming, and then she goes to take a breath after screaming, and she can't do it. And she's
in the water, quick!
I'm gonna push her. I'm gonna like push her like you push your wife down the stairs, like boom, like that, like.
And as she topples over back into the water, you watch her, shoulders that are forward go, and she takes a deep breath, and she like looks around, and she like comes out of the water and looks at you all and says, "Why can't I breathe?" And she goes back under to take a breath.
I'm gonna stick my head under the water and be all, "'Cause of that puto," and I'm gonna point at the monster.
We appreciate that. Okay, I'm sorry. One more time. I just got to follow. I wanted to address it.
Oh, you're fine. Good. I'm gonna stick my head underwater and I'm gonna point at the fish and be like, "Because that puto."
And it's like half in, half out of the water. It's super obvious. And she turns and she looks, and her eyes go even wider, and she goes back under, takes another breath, and looks at all of you. And you guys are like translucent, but obviously like wounded still,
Yeah.
And she's just, Did you all kill that? And where? And she like looks, where's? And she's like coming to, and she like goes back under for her breath, and she said, were there others?
I guess I'll be.
Yeah.
I'd say you guys want to talk.
Where are they? How many?
I don't know. We just got here, like a couple of them, and they went underwater.
I saw 2 people get pulled underwater. That's it.
How many were there?
Well, there's 3 left. There should be 1 more underwater somewhere.
And she closes her eyes and she thinks for a minute, and she says, "Besides us, there was the other family, and so, and then those 2 travelers. So there were 6 of us."
Well, there's 3 on the water over there. We might have 2 more in the water somewhere. Monzo, go look for him.
I'll just turn around and start swimming.
Unless you take that rock with you, you're not going to be able to go very far.
I am planning on swimming down and grabbing it.
Cool. Then as you swim away and grab the stone, roll me a perception check to look for these people.
Not possible to roll 4 ones in one night, right?
I hope so. I do.
It hits.
We also had 2 back-to-back 20s, though, so the balance evened out.
Not from me. So perception. $13.
You're able to find one additional male and bring him back. He is also unconscious. He also appears to be. His skin has the same texture that yours does, and his eyes are closed and he's unresponsive. Though he does appear to be breathing.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold him to the lady. Any others?
And she looks and she gets down and holds him, and she says, "Oh my God, Cedric, what happened to you?" And she like looks around panicked, and she says, I don't know. And she's just like holding the unconscious man. And she says, "Oh my God, I'm so glad you found him." And she like looks and she says, she like looks over too confused, goes down, takes a breath. He looks like he's breathing, but he doesn't. How did you wake me? Wake him, please.
Bring him over here. I'll do over there.
Get him.
Where is she?
She's here. Whoops, she's here. And the dude is here.
Okay, I'll wait out there and I'll use lay on hands for him. Let's see, so I have 2 more. Great. That's an 8.
And he, comes back and has a similar bout of confusion, but he, looks past all of you at the woman who's here in front of you, and, they embrace each other and come up, and he goes to come up for air, and she, takes his shoulder and she, pulls him down, and she, kisses him under the water, and they both come up for air, and she says, "You can't breathe up here," and he's like, "What happened?" She's, "I don't know. These people, these adventurers found us." And he, turns and looks at you all and says, "Thank you for finding us. Thank you for saving us." And he squints. He looks at you all and he says, "You all are the adventurers from Irigan. That's you, isn't it?"
I'm gonna look at Simone and attest.
Anthony,
Press the
can't
button,
hear you.
Anthony.
Can't hear you, Anthony. Still can't hear you, Anthony.
No.
While we're doing that, Monzo, can you find the third and bring him to the knocked out people over there, and I'll just heal all of them.
Yeah, I'm gonna swim around back and forth until I'll just cover a little area. So however you want to work that, David.
Sounds good. It's mostly going to be time over anything else.
Can you guys hear me?
Now we
You're
can
in.
hear you, yes.
Okay. All right.
Now we can hear you, yes.
You want to do a
Did Simone
meanwhile
have
then?
something he wanted to say?
Yeah. I'm gonna be like, depends on who you're asking. What make you recognize us?
And he says, "You are all a pretty distinct bunch." And he points at you, and he points at a Tesk, and he says, "And even with no faces, I can tell that you two are the elves from there." And he points to your garb.
Mm-hmm. And I'd be like, well, number one, I take offense to that. All right. I don't appreciate you trying to point out my features, and that doesn't define me. All right.
Oh, I didn't mean to offend you. I'm so sorry.
Listen, it's okay. It happens to the best of us. All right. I get it.
He's
Puto.
easily offended.
But we need to figure out. We need to first let's do introductions later. But right now, fool, we're gonna figure out how to not be translucent and shit, right? I mean, fool, I can see your heart right there, bro. That's not cool. You know what I mean?
And he looks down. And, "Oh my God!" Like he hasn't looked at himself yet, and well, do you have any ideas?
I'm like, yeah, hold on. I'd be like, Arthur,
Yes.
is he the only one that didn't get hit?
Kythar got hit, but made a save, but he's
Oh,
passed
yeah.
out. Yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody else got tagged.
Okay, so yeah, Arthur, it looks like it's up to you to go find someone to go fix this for us.
Okay. Here.
Will, I guess, technically didn't get tagged either. He's still hanging out on the shore.
And Will is going to go wake up the family that's been knocked the fuck out.
Arthur's going to check out the remains of this fish, and out of rage, he's going to shoot it in the face, but his pistol didn't work. Try again.
Yeah, and it's gonna go off this time.
Okay. So it goes bang, and then he's relieved because his pistol works. He's wondering. I guess perception check would be good. Is there any opening into the fish?
Yeah, it's huge gaping maw. It's
Yeah.
big.
Is there anything inside? That's what he's looking for.
The fish is about. It's a serpentine creature that gets narrower the farther back you go. Kind of like if a snake was conically shaped. And you can stare into it, but there's flesh and stuff in the way. If you want to go explore the belly of this beast, sir, you are more than welcome to. But visually, you can't see past what would be his throat, essentially. But there's more
Okay.
than enough room for you to get in there. He's a huge creature.
Well, Arthur's seeing that everyone that touched this thing got some kind of crazy magic mumbo jumbo. He's probably going to keep his distance.
Cool. Cool.
While he's looking inside, I'm all, hey, are you trying to loot this puto?
Didn't fight this thing for nothing.
I'm all, well, right now you need to save your friends, right?
The key may be in this very fish.
You're probably right, but I don't know if you're the guy to pull that out. We need someone to let us know, right? You gotta,
Has,
like, find them and shit.
Can we get someone else to go inside and that's already been affected by the said fish?
I'm saying there might be one guy who just, like, pulls out a tooth and breaks it and puts some dirt in it, and then boom, we drink it and we're fine. I've seen putos, they make, like, the potions and shit.
For clarification purposes, you guys are still at least a day's travel from Edgetown.
has Monzo found the rest of the bodies? Or the rest of the bodies?
Nope, Mon's just swimming around. You guys only been talking for 10 minutes. It's a big
Yeah.
lake.
And I'm like, we can't get out of the basin. I'm gonna dunk my head underwater and bring it back up.
Why don't we start cutting this fish open? Maybe we'll eat it or something. Figure it out.
So you're saying Monzo, who touched it, now has to stay underwater, right? We got hit by this puto, and now we're like hella
Yeah.
translucent, and I'm gonna flex what little muscle I have.
There's something different about the water too around it.
And at this point, the light is gone, so you guys can no longer see the water around it. But a test does know from before if there's something strange.
I'm gonna
about that
scoot
water.
like 10 feet over, away from it. And we can't get out of the water. That puto is drunk over there, and I'm just gonna scene back to the barbarian laying on his back, sounding like a chainsaw. Look, I think our only solution here is Mr. Arthur.
Day's travel over to Edgetown.
Unless you other putos can figure it out.
I don't really want to go walking for a day without water.
Exactly.
Soothing my.
Now you guys know from your travels that the road does run parallel to the lake for the better part of a day's journey. So you would be near water for most of your travel, but you're right, you would be dry.
At 10 minutes, my skin begins to crack as I turn my neck. I don't think we have a. It's gonna take 10 minutes to get back to the road. Like.
I mean, no, the road. I mean, the road's right here. The road's.
Oh, okay. Well, it's gonna take 5 minutes to get back on the road, and then I'm sure if we rode a horse, it's gonna dry us out even more. So it's like, what am I gonna? I'm gonna hold. You know what? How parallel does it run to the road?
I mean, it varies.
Like how close? Like how close?
I mean, right now, you guys are 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You guys are in the water and you're 40 feet from the road right now. As you...
I got an idea then. Hold on 1 second. Any of you putos got rope?
I think, I do have rope.
You got, and I'm going to point, how far, like how big is the shore? Do
at
you have like
at
30 feet?
Fattest,
Okay.
it's 5, 10,
Yeah.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 56. It's like 70 feet to the road at the fattest portion and, 40 feet.
And how far into the basin would we need to be to where we would be safely in water and not taking damage?
You just need to be submerged or be able to submerge yourself regularly.
So 10 feet in?
Not even, not even that. You could be, 18 inches in if you laid down flat.
Okay. And I'm gonna look around and be like, I think I have a summoner's pack, so I have rope too. So, hey, I got a crazy idea here. I'm all, that road runs along the river, right? Well, how about? Okay, now listen, this crazy idea. How about I summon the horses, right? And then we throw the ropes around the horses, and they drag us around across the river as we stay in there.
What could possibly go wrong?
Unless you got a better idea. Do you want to send fucking this puto alone? And I'm gonna point at Arthur.
I'm just gonna make a face.
Are there any
Well,
waterfalls or anything along the way?
I used my whole canteen and it didn't even feel better. I'm all.
I mean,
I'm all.
anything's worth a shot.
I'm gonna
Wait,
be
so
like, how,
today's journey. So what is that like? 20 miles, 25 miles.
On a horse, it's closer. Well, horses are dragging you, so it'd be closer to walking speed. Usually, walking you can do. I want to say like 18, 20, and then on horse you can do like 30, 35. I think.
Is that in terms of hours, or are we talking about distance?
We're talking miles. Yeah.
Miles.
Yeah.
Okay.
no, unless you guys got any better ideas.
You just hear me swimming in the background. Psh, psh, psh.
You're like splashing people.
Comes up like a dolphin.
Yeah.
You guys see the water glisten coming off of him as he arcs.
In my head, I'm like fucking Flipper over here.
Well, I suppose we don't
I'm all
have
I'm
anything
all
to lose.
Sigbert, you're a little quiet over there. You got any ideas?
Not really. I just want to stay in this water, and I'm just kind of sitting there, kind of floating.
And the only thing I can get us that's like not as like walking through the fucking river or swimming is getting dragged by the horses. That way we don't have to use any energy to like fucking get down the river.
Oh, which way the river is the river going? Do I got to roll for that, or can we just ask you?
It's not a river. It's a basin. It's a lake.
It's a basin.
Just a
sorry.
basin. So
But there's
no,
a river that runs along it, right?
No, the basin is what runs along it. It's
Oh,
the
okay,
road
gotcha.
was built to run along this section of the water.
All right, we're in North Lake Tahoe, and we're trying to get to South Lake Tahoe. Okay, got it.
That's honestly not a bad description.
Comparison.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So I'm gonna have Will drag me, but I'm gonna cast Mount Communal.
Great. And your horses or whatever mount you want, I guess, appears.
Yeah.
And
We have enough rope.
I'm gonna say horses.
That's because you have control over that form, right?
No, I don't.
Dolphin.
It just says no, because then I could make an aquatic ant.
Oh shit.
Have you seen Aquaman?
No, I just thought of something.
Get a sea creature to move you.
Yeah, I could summon some sea creatures, bro. Oh, shit.
And then real quick, I'm gonna take this
Okay.
opportunity. It's 9:37. I know you guys are in problem-solving mode. I really want to keep this going for as long as you guys want, but I am aware of the time. How's everybody doing?
Ready to wrap it up once we figure out what the plan is.
Yeah.
Pretty big.
Let me
I
see
can
here.
wait till we figure out the plan though.
Summon an octopus.
It's
I
not
can
very. Nah, you need something better than. Got like a seahorse or something? Is that what you want?
I'm looking for something here. Okay. Okay,
Dart.
hold on. Bear with me here.
Someone are gonna summon.
Yeah. Okay. How DM
Yeah.
a great white shark?
Yeah.
Feasibly, how many adventurers could a great white shark pull?
You guys have drag, but significantly less weight underwater.
That's
You
true.
would
It
have-
is a large predator. It's a size category large.
You would have to get deeper into the water, but that's only an extra 20, 25 feet before the shelf. To have for
Yeah,
the
yeah.
shark to have enough room to swim around in.
Yes.
But I mean, that shark could probably pull, and especially considering elves weigh almost nothing.
Yep.
It could probably pull 3 humans. And the elves are kind of. Doesn't really matter. You could tack an elf on at the end of that if you wanted to. You guys weigh like 10 pounds or something crazy. So.
Okay. So since, okay, so what I have to do then is I could be like, I'm gonna point to the people in the water and be like, I got an idea for getting us out of here. But I can only take like, would you say three humans, right?
3 humans. You're a half elf, so you could probably do 3 humans and yourself, and maybe a Tesk, who's I believe a full-blooded elf.
Oh, that's correct.
Okay. Say I can take like 3 humans and like me and this Buto. I'm gonna point at Atesk.
Yeah.
Okay. So since Mount Communal is a spell and not a summoning ability,
Uh-huh.
I'm still gonna cast that, and I'm be like, for everyone who can like get on land and shit, and I'm gonna cast them, for them to have mounts.
Okay, great.
I'm all you guys meet us at like the fucking, what was the town called again?
Edgetown.
Edgetown. Well, you guys meet us at Edgetown and try to figure out try to find someone to help us out. And that's including the 3. That should be enough. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is I can summon 7 mounts or whatever.
Okay.
But that's enough for everyone who has not been hit, because Will's gonna go away right now.
Okay.
It should be enough for everyone not to get hit to have their own mount.
Yep.
And then I'm going to desummon Will. So Terran reality,
Right.
opens up. Will walks through,
Right.
and he's gone. And then I'm going to summon Monster 3, which is the same, summoning energy
got
I
you.
use for
Yep,
Will
yep.
or whatever. And from the light that that Monzo is holding, you see a ginormous great white shark appear in the water, and it starts to slowly swim towards me as I swim towards it. I'm all, this is our ride, putos.
Scream for my life when that happens.
Yeah, and Monzo, after your search, you have not found the last body at this point.
Okay.
But the great white shark is here. All these horses
Yeah.
appear, behind Arthur. Will disappears, and Arthur looks to his left and sees Kythar passed out under a tree. Looks to his right, sees 3 villagers passed out on the beach. Arthur's got some heavy lifting to do.
Strength modifier of -1. It's gonna be good times.
I mean, you have unlimited time. I'm not going to make you roll for it, but it will be a bit of a struggle for him, I think.
Well, I can go heal the people passed out on the beach, so you don't have to carry them, or figure out some way to haul them. They can use their own 2 feet.
Do what you gotta do. Arthur will try and
I'm just gonna
get
be like,
Kythar
hey,
up.
I'm like, hey, Arthur, just wake him up, just slap him around a little bit.
That's
Hey,
what is
Nanza-
good.
Monzo just, poof, I'm gonna do that little notion, knocked him out.
Flurry of fists.
Hey, shut up, Flipper. Okay, so is there enough for us in the water to be able to hold on to the shark?
Reed, Simone, Sigbert would be... Oh, no, Reed, Sigbert, and... Are you trying to take these 2 with you? Or not take these 2 with you?
Ah, fuck.
Right now, we're about to leave everyone behind.
We're about to leave the people in the water behind.
Yeah.
I mean, is there anything else we can do? I'm gonna be like, hey, I gave horses and a fucking shark. What else can you putos do? Don't leave all the work on me.
I'm gonna do like
Yeah.
flipper like tricks, where you see my flipper.
Wait, hang on. We have
I don't have anything.
who's being towed?
As of right now,
because Monzo's a human, Reed's a human, and Sigbert's a human. So the 3 of you would be like the weight capacity. Simone, the half elf, he weighs more than an elf does, but less than a human does. And a Tesk doesn't really weigh anything; he just adds drag. So this shark is not going to be moving at full speed, but it's underwater. I mean, everybody weighs a lot less, and so he'll still be able to move you guys for sure, just not as quickly as if there were only 3 of you.
The shark eats the NPCs. No.
Well,
I
we
think
don't
he's
have our
under control.
Yes, unfortunately, it's under my control. So
Yeah.
okay, cool. I do have a summoner's thing. I'm gonna also give a certain length of rope that would wrap around the shark to Monzo, and it'll be like, "Hey, go tie it to him, puto. You said you can do like this, right? Why don't you go do like that and go tie this rope around him for extra grip, for everyone to grip onto the shark, like around his belly, you know, so
You're
then we
giving
can
that to
like hold
Monzo?
on." Yeah, I'm giving it to Monzo so he can go wrap it around the shark's belly.
I'll wrap it.
Sounds great. And the two, lovers are seeing this process, and they're like kind of looking around, and doesn't look like there's enough room for everyone on there.
And be like, unfortunately, no, but we can like, the plan is to like go to the city and then like try to figure out a cure and then we'll come back for you. As of right now, unless you guys can summon your own shark and shit, we don't really have any space for you. And that's unfortunate as fuck because we like hella saved you and shit. And we'd like to bring you in town for you to parade and talk about how great we are and shit. And like, I could use a free beer right now, you know? There's a hella beers actually. But...
And the man turns to you and says, "I don't have much to give." And he looks around and he counts. He's like, "But I might just be able to afford a round if I make it to Edgetown." He says, "And we'll always sing your praises." And the woman turns and holds the man's hand and says, "I'm just so glad that he's still alive." And says, "We'll stay here. We'll make our way when we can, if we can. We'll let other travelers know. Thank you for saving us."
So, hey, no problem. Just like, if you do make it to Edgetown, just remember, like, Simone and the crew, like, sent you. You know what I mean?
Simone and the crew.
He says, "Oh, Simone and the crew." He's like, "Yes, okay, excellent."
Everyone else hears this, by the way. So,
I'm
if you
just,
guys have any
Monzo-
objections,
Yeah.
Monzo saved you.
And he says, "And I thank you, Monzo, and I thank you."
yeah, he's part of the crew.
Yeah, Arthur tries to find his pipe and knocks out the tobacco that was put onto the ground when we were dismounted, puts in fresh tobacco, and tries to light once again out of frustration.
Yeah, there's no wind. You're able to light. And I think that this is an excellent place to end this session with you guys gripping this shark and riding off into the distance while Arthur piles these bodies on the horses and begins riding the trail. And we'll pick up there when we come back
Awesome.
next week.
Nice.
Alrighty.
Woo! Hey, we killed our first big bad.
And nobody died.
True.
And nobody died. I thought Tyler for sure
I
was
thought
dead.
for sure, and I rolled that dice. I saw the one. I was like, "Thank fucking God."
Yeah,
Tyler
scary
and
for a minute.
health. Yeah, Tyler and health don't go usually are in the same sentence.
Yeah.
Unless it's you only have that much health, Tyler.
Yeah. How much health do you have left?
yeah.
So actually, in the same sentences all the time, actually. Yeah.
Just with the
I like how
qualifier.
Thanks,
like
Joe.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
What were you saying, Joe? You like how what?
Every time Tyler's about to get hit, for the first time, it always starts with, "Oh no, Tyler."
Oh no.
That's funny.
Yeah,
well,
if I got hit again, I probably would have died.
yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Well,
Yeah.
You're lucky people shot the monster's fucking eye out.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, you guys are all.
Yeah,
I mean,
guys.
that was a great fight when there's only one enemy and everybody gets to focus fire.
Oh yeah.
That's
Yeah.
how that works out.
Yeah, no loot though.
Well, you guys didn't go looking for it either.
No, we didn't have, I only did a light look. That's on me.
Cool. Well, I
I
want to
also
thank you
didn't
guys
die.
for playing, for joining. I am
Thank you.
fucking loving running this game for you guys. It's so much fun. I was so excited. When I found that creature, I was like, yes,
Oh, that's
this is
cool.
the one. This is the one.
Yeah, it's a cool creature.
Yeah.
I'm interested to know once we if we can figure out what affliction hits us.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
guys will figure out next week. And I'll catch you guys then.
Next week.
Nice.
All right. Thanks for playing, guys.
All right. Yeah.
All right, cool. See you guys
Cool.
later.
Good night.
Good night.
All right, guys. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate anybody who wants to hang out with us, spend time listening to our antics. Running D&D for 7 players is quite the process, and it always brings me a lot of joy to be able to do it successfully. So, if you guys are watching this on YouTube, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being here. If you guys are watching this here on Twitch, thank you for being here. I picked up a follow. Thank you so much for that. And let's see if we've got enough folks around for a raid. We do not. So normally we would raid and pass it forward if we had anybody to do that with, but we don't. So I'll just catch you guys. This game will be next week. I also have a normal Wednesday night game, which we will unfortunately likely not be playing tomorrow. But we may play what we call a Bink and Hans adventure, where I run the Lost Mines of Phandelver superimposed with the Dragon of Icespire Peak, and that would likely be around 6:30 tomorrow. Catch you guys then. Thanks.